from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer. With boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Sure, this music is more than noise. I can't behave myself. All when I jump in with my friends, I can't behave myself. Soon as the music hit there, I can't behave myself. Go on the back and not the end. I can't behave myself. Soon as the music hit there, if soca can you like, soca can you vibe. If carnival is on, then you not alone. If soca can you like, soca can you vibe. If carnival is on,
And you know what? It's nice to know that when you choose to start your day right, you choose to do that with us here on New Era TT Radio. That radio, good morning, everybody. Yeah, that means you, and you too. Good morning to all the people in Trinidad and Tobago. Carnival City right about now. Good morning to our neighbors in the Caribbean. Friends who are streaming all around the globe, and family too. Different time zones. Good day to you, and of course I thank you so much for making us your choice. I want to say much thanks as always to the Heavenly Father for bringing us together for another day. And everything that we do, dear God, let it be a blessing, honor to you. People, it's a Friday. Sir Charles, that is me. Check it in. Happy am I to be here in the land of the living with you. As we welcome everybody to the Get Up and Go. This is your breakfast show.
Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line, let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Good vibes rolling through the air. The breakfast show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your doubles or your morning drink.
It's a Friday, baby! Yes and no! Your weakest us right here! Are you ready? Somebody come on now, shoot us. Here we go. Come on, yeah. Without you, no, baby.
It's Friday!
You just distort the whole thing.
It's Friday. It's Friday. So put a smile on your face. Even if you are getting ready to go to work, you should have a special bounce in your step because it's the weekend. And you know we love a weekend on the Breakfast Show. So good morning to our listeners and viewers wherever you are across the planet. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good night to you, wherever you are. And of course, we know you have a choice in what you watch and listen, and we are glad that you chose us. And good morning to my co-hosts, Wendell and Sir Charles. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Wendell. Good morning to the world. It's good to be here with you guys.
Hi, good morning, Richard. Good morning, and happy birthday, Sir Charles, finally. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and good morning, listeners and viewers all over the globe. I just have one thing to read to start the show, right? And I just feel like doing it today because I think some people probably need to hear it. I certainly need to hear it. People don't always need advice. Sometimes all they really need is a hand to hold, an ear to listen, and a heart to understand them. Sometimes the most powerful words are, I'm here, I hear you, you're not alone. They remember who stayed when life was heavy. I think some people needed to hear that this morning. I certainly needed.
Somebody somewhere needed to hear that. So that's good.
I'm sure. It's a quote. It's a quote again from the Buddhist quotes that I follow and that I share relentlessly on my status and timelines. Right. So good morning, people. It's a bit drizzly in Arima. I don't know if it's raining by you, Richard, but there was a heavy shower this morning, and now it's just drizzling lightly. So be careful out there when you head out. Take your umbrellas. But the day cleared up yesterday nicely, even though it started almost all the mornings are starting like this. But it's clearing up nicely after that. All right. So we're here, we're happy to be in the land of the living. Today is Sir Charles' birthday. It really
Yes, it is.
did come up again, and Sir Charles.
It came up again.
Yes, it came up again.
Yeah. I was real special. 2 days, but then I'll just say,
You must just give your mother real trouble, and it's spanned 2 days. You never thought about that, eh? You probably went into labor. Your mother probably went into labor.
Oh Lord, there we go.
yesterday and delivered today. But happy birthday, Sir Charles. I hope you have.
Thank you very much, guys, and thanks to everybody who've been sending greetings since yesterday.
You don't look bad for 80.
Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, happy birthday, my friend.
Yeah, man. All right. So, of course, anybody else celebrating a birthday today? Today is January 16th?
Yep.
16th, right. Yes, January 16th. Is it at the end of Capricorn or Capricorn, as Richard said? What is it?
A couple more days. Going until the 21st.
Oh, okay. I'm reading up so many. I don't know why people quotes on people who are Capricorns or Capricorns keep coming across my timeline too. You understand? Saying what type of people Capricorn people are. I don't know why. That's a big thing. Some of them, I guess, can be the most difficult people on planet. Are you a difficult person, Charles?
I suppose I am at times.
Okay. Because that's what most of the quotes point to as Capricorn people being difficult and reticent.
We could be,
and pig-headed. And thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't even know that. I lied.
Yeah. Right. It's well controlled in most cases.
In some cases. Okay.
Yeah, in most cases, well controlled.
Yeah, you take positions and you don't want to stray from it. Is that accurate?
Well, I wouldn't say we don't want to stray from it, but at the same time, too, you stand for certain things, and you try your best. But one thing I can tell you is that we are very peace-oriented people. People will do us the world of stuff and thing, and we forgive. We try to move on. Even people who do your thing and try to hold it against you and all.
Capricorn.
Try to make life easy in living. So yeah.
So it's Capricorn, Richard.
Capricorn.
I know you trying to prove a point to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well say visa. Let's just let it go. Let's just go there. Let's just release everything to the universe. What's wrong?
Okay.
I hear you say unbridled yesterday, and I said, what did he just say?
So we could say visa.
You said unbridled yesterday.
Oh, did I?
Yes. I said, what is Richard doing? Destroying the English language. You're going to Google that, It's unbridled, Richard.
No. I know it's unbridled.
Okay. Anyway.
I told Sir Charles I wanted like a 4 or 5 minutes to discuss that bill just after we do the headlines.
Yeah, because I reading something this morning, and I was going to send it. The clause 3, I think it's 3 of it. Richard, help me. The one where it says, even though it goes against the Constitution.
No, but it needs a 3/5 majority, so it has to say that. Yeah, once you're an act that goes against, that needs a 3/5 majority because you are in contravention of sections 4 and 5 of the Constitution, you have to state it in your first paragraph.
Okay.
And well, in the opening, you have to state it that this act is contrary to sections 4 and 5 and will require the 3/5 majority. So they would require 3 independent senators voting with them, assuming the opposition does not support the bill. I have no indication what the opposition's position is, but I certainly have a position, and I want about 4 minutes to discuss.
Sure. I don't mind. I want to hear. But so Charles, I have to tell you that video you sent for me, I got it from other people. That is the video you sent in the chat, I got it from other people. I absolutely refuse to watch it.
I would imagine.
Anything that young man has to say.
Yeah, I would imagine that. I know that.
I absolutely refuse to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 of them I refuse to watch and follow. Sorry.
That's okay. I have no problem with that. I respect everybody's view, you know.
No problem, because it's news. It made news, and other people, as I said, sent it to me. But I'm not opening it. I'm not looking at. I read what they had to say.
Right.
But I'm not watching him.
I mean, you're right. If anything that you feel will annoy your spirit, you know, you should not disturb yourself. You know.
Yeah. No.
You don't do that to yourself.
He's definitely one. The video is in the chat, Richard.
Okay.
And it's the last thing Charles sent.
Yeah, I didn't really look at the chat yesterday because after you sent the bill in the chat, I went looking at the bill.
Okay.
And I went and so I read it, and I was analyzing, and then I was putting on my opinion and stuff in certain ways. I just had different thoughts about it going through my head. So that occupied a lot of my night last night. Remember when you had called, I said I was on the computer doing stuff. I was actually doing that. You know, putting my thoughts together on what I thought about this.
All right.
Because I always have an opinion on those things. So.
Yeah.
Very seldom I will say I already have no opinion. Do what you want.
Yeah, I hear you.
Sometimes I may have that opinion. Let me put that out there. That sometimes I may have an opinion that says that means I have no opinion. But you know, I do have an opinion.
All right, so let's get into good news, people. Let's
get into good news.
He's happy birthday.
Here's some of the best good news from 2025 that you might have missed. Brazil saw a new record decrease in deforestation, with a 32.4% drop compared to the year before. And Colombia became the first country to declare its entire Amazon region off limits to large-scale mining. New Mexico became the first state in the US to offer free universal childcare for all families. And for the first time, Huntington's disease was successfully treated, and a groundbreaking injection that can end HIV was developed. Fur farming has dropped 85%, saving 120 million animals from being killed for their fur. And Mexico passed a historic ban on dolphin shows and the use of marine mammals in entertainment. India doubled its tiger population and is now home to more than 3,600 tigers, and the population of Asiatic lions has risen by 32% since 2020 in India too. The Democratic Republic of Congo is creating the world's largest forest reserve, which is the same size as France, while Mexico, Guatemala and Belize are creating a tri-national nature reserve that will become the second biggest in Latin America. Renewable energy overtook coal as the world's largest source of electricity, as solar power took off in Africa as 20 African countries imported a record amount of solar panels. The world's largest marine protected area will be created in the Pacific, and Canada's first ever whale sanctuary got approved in Nova Scotia to create a safe home for retired captive whales. Tap like and follow to keep the good news on your feed in 2026, and share this to show that good actually happened this year.
Yeah, protect the animals, protect the planet, man.
You know, oftentimes, you know, the world can be kind of a gloomy place, depending on what you listen to. And there's so many things that can irritate you in terms of social media and videos that crop up, on news that crops up internationally and locally. And sometimes you have to detach yourself from those news sources. So social media is not always healthy mentally, in my opinion, because sometimes it can paint a very dark and challenging environment of the planet. And that can cloud your perspective that there are still a lot of good things taking place on planet Earth. And humans are still making great choices in terms of decisions being made internationally.
All right. Let's greet the people in the chat now. Margaret Thomas again came in first at 12:01. She's taking over from Eunice Dublin. Bless, good morning, guys. Have a wonderful day. Valerie Mendoza, good morning. CJ from New York, today is the golden child's birthday, the one and only Sir Charles. Let's send him birthday wish. Well, CJ, stay up just to do that. I can see CJ smiling. She's from a day at work.
Yes,
Say, you know something? I want to get out my greetings early to Sir Charles.
Early o'clock.
You know, CJ is a sweetheart. So
Yeah, she is. She sent me a reminder last night too. Happy birthday, Sir Charles, again. Wishing you many more healthy, happy years ahead. Enjoy your special day, my brother. Wendy and Frank James also says good morning and enjoy the weekend. Happy birthday to Sir Charles. Manuela Peters, good morning. Suzanne Jessup, happy birthday, Sir Charles. Love always from Suzanne, Suzette, and Mrs. Gemma. Eunice Dublin came in at 4:34. Anthony Tinto also said, Grand Rising in the house and happy birthday to Sionis Johnson. All right, so happy birthday, Sionis. Brennan Smith, good morning to the breakfast team. Odell Guy from Sangre Grande, where it always rains. Erica Charles, thank God for sparing our lives to see another beautiful day, for he is our refuge and strength, a very present help in times of trouble. Blessings and love to all. Debbie Modest says good morning. Diane Payne, good morning. Apollinaus also says good morning to the breakfast show. May God bless him and grant him all his desires in life. Enjoy your day. That's, of course, a happy birthday greeting to Sir Charles. Boy Bidesi from Debe, good morning. Katian Charles and Arlene out there in Bronxville. Sherwin and Juliet Kerr, Michael Cadet, Kenny in Harlem, Magic says good morning, Grand Rising. Blessings from Carol Guevara. Joyce Phillip, top of the morning. Gavin Frank from Powder Magazine. Carol is singing. She always sings. Ingrid from Tucson, Arizona. And Carol is also sending happy birthday. Sir Charles, so to Sherwin Kerr. Stephen Wilson is also saying happy birthday to SC. SC is, or Sir Charles. Charles Davis, Minimal Kitchen. He's a sir when he with Corey, especially. Lord, two of them, wicked and slick and wicked. Minimal Kitchen, good morning, guys. Carla Hercules, Stephen Wilson, tell me about it. Was that in reference to? Maybe about the Capricorn or Capricorn thing. Good morning, gentlemen. That's from Nicola McNichols. Deborah Noel Surrett. Slick Money Grip says good morning. Good Friday morning. Happy birthday, Sir Charles from Nicola. Stephen Wilson preamble. I think that's in reference to the bill, Richard. Happy birthday, my dear Charlesy. That's from Estelita Sampson. Victor Phillip also says good morning. Claire Lendor Rollins. Ian Stewart. Margarita Chow says good morning. Dave Gosine says good morning. David McCarthy also sends greetings and salutations. Alistair Hart sends good morning and happy birthday. Trinidad Kitchen, happy birthday, Sir Charles. Prabha Ramdial, morning. All have a great weekend. And Julia Samantha also says good morning, guys. Those are the greetings so far on the chat.
yeah, a lot of greetings today. So let me say good morning to Suzanne and Suzette, and of course, Miss Gemma. They are inside very early with their greetings. Thank you so much. To Howard out there at FATS International, good morning to you, Howard. Kent, good morning to you and the people in Laventil. Joanne in Mount Hope. Betty in Brooklyn. Peter Wilson, good day to you. Fifi out there in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. RJ, good morning to you, my friend. Captain Ron in Orlando. Charmin in New York. Well, CJ, let me say that right. All right. To Mahi out there in, where's Mahi again? Why? Columbus, Ohio. And also to Foxy in the chat. Rena Budu Jennings out there in Pity Valley. She's a beautiful Pity Valley this morning. All right, Judith out there in Tobago, Mount St. George. Slick Money Grip, good day to you. Callan and Kelly out there in Carenage. Archbishop Ashton Clark in Canada. Mr. Beeps, more Pity Valley people. Zena is up very early. Thank you very much, Zena. Afria, good day to you. Nice to have you locked on. Debbie, good morning. Joyce Phillips, good morning. Ooh. Okay, Sankofa is back. Chris A. Toussaint, Frank out there in Aruka, and Sandra Serret, who is now typing good morning to everybody. Thanks very much for your greetings. Much love all the way. And to the folks on Gaia Caribbean TV, good day to you. So stay with us. We are going for a break, and I hope you guys are getting ready to sing on Monday.
Hey, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. So you think I can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival Karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival Karaoke. Carnival Karaoke. We'll call it karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion of the Breakfast Show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
I guess we could go straight into the newspapers, but before we do so, let me just greet some other folks who came in on the chat. Michael Cadet sending happy birthday greetings. Margarita Chow also says happy birthday greetings. Cheryl Marad says good morning. Victor Philip, happy birthday, Sir Charles, length of days and God's blessing. Claire Lendo Rollins sends happy birthday. Carlisle Cupid also says blessings also. Charles, you've torn up yet another almanac. Well, that indicates how old Carlisle Cupid is too. When he would use the word almanac.
Almanac.
Nicola McNichols, happy birthday. Scorpion Pepper also says good morning and happy birthday. And good morning to Ambrose Blah out there in a very cold New York. All right. Jennifer also came in and says happy birthday and good morning. All right. So we go straight into today's Express. Today, of course, is Friday, January 16th, in case you were under that rock. Sunday gaming trial run. So that's the story about the NLCB. Tutor calls on Tanku to honor agreement. Of course, you would have heard that on our show yesterday, where we interviewed members of the president and second vice president of Tutor. Stumbling win, West Indies under 19s. Anissa Mohammed delivers win for Divas, and that's all cricket. And in some other trending stories online, horror moment as passenger falls, arm crushed by PTSD bus. I couldn't finish to look at that video either.
Boy, that was sad, boy.
I couldn't finish look at it. Sorry. From the time I saw what was happening and I was hearing the screaming, I stopped watching the video. I couldn't look at the rest.
It was really horrific.
Yeah. Where did that happen?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm not.
It looked like he did not wait for the lady to get off the bus properly.
It looked so that he was pulling off her. And anyway, I couldn't finish look at it. Highway horror, company director held at gunpoint, firearms stolen. I didn't know about that. Venezuelan girl 15 snatched and gang raped in El Socorro. Wow. Crime fighting cop finds her house burgled, $52,000 gone. Somebody know you had that money in your house, ma'am. Wife, young but not attractive. Doctor denies abuse, sexual harassment claims. What story is this? What is this? Oh, this is the story with Dr. Avinash Sao. Okay. All right. It's now coming up as a court matter. All right. Okay. So those are the stories that are trending in today's Online Express.
All right, let me do the news day for today. And of course, the headlines, the trending stories. And Agostini opens hybrid super farm Presto in South Park. President cautions THA with great power comes responsibility. Judge rules in favor of San Carlos estate owner. Maruga pensioner attacked at home. And inflation down in December, says the CSO. Bandits steal car keys but unable to start the car. And ex-SSA employee loses wrongful dismissal, breach of contract lawsuit. Also trending apparently in Newsdays, how to migrate to Thailand from Trinidad and Tobago. $3,000 fine for interfering with road penalty. Warning, Ramsey Moore blasts NCC over state safety at Small Pan Finals. And on the actual front page of the Newsday, the PM hails Farley to bring bill to Parliament. Autonomy on front burner. Operators, crime and logistics hinder Sunday NLCB draws. I don't understand what these NLCB people making noise about. If you don't want to open on a Sunday, don't open on a bloody Sunday.
That is all.
You understand? What is it? Why are you on news?
I'm mandated to open your business.
Why are you on news saying, oh, I don't want to open it, have crime, it have less people going to buy? Then don't open.
Rumbox open on a Sunday and we can...
Whoever wants to open, let them open.
Right.
But if you don't want to open, don't open.
Yeah.
I do not understand what the issue is.
Every Sunday, we have the opportunity to open, and we don't open. Apollos want to stay home and hug up. And you decided to do that. So if you want to stay home and hug up, do that.
But you have nobody to hug up it. Why you don't get your tail down there and open it?
It's too far. I don't remember. And who tell you I don't have nobody to hug up?
I have nobody to hug up.
Gotta get a dog.
You have walk his dog on a Sunday, so okay. President urges THA to use power wisely. And that's it for the Newsday today.
Okay. So in the Guardian today, release them now. Lawyer for SOE detainees demand urgent apology, compensation from state for not filing charges. As SOE nears end, families hope for detainees release. House debates Zoso bill today. Criminologists warn Zoso plan may fail to address violent crime. Policy advisor calls for unity to make special zones bill work. Plenty on the special zones today, boy. Augustine pledges autonomy, accountability in second term, and long delayed CL financial report to be laid in Parliament. Yeah. Wow.
All right. That Zoso bill is going to generate a lot of discussion. I listened to David Mohammed's view, and I agree with him. I mean, crime is not just about what is the result of the guns coming in and the result of the drugs coming in. Crime starts with the people who bringing it in also. And we don't seem to be focusing on that. We just raiding, finding things, stash, hide away, and ain't locking up nobody. A whole pile of ammunition, nobody lock up. A whole pile of drugs, nobody lock up. But guess what? The people who using the ammunition and who using the drugs, them getting locked up. Well, but not the people who bring it. I don't understand that logic, and then that goes across the board. That's been happening for years.
Nobody think about it, Wendell. You have to realize that the people who bringing in the drugs and who have the money to bring in the drugs don't keep the things by them.
And that's the point we're making, Sir Charles. Intelligence, this is the word Richard uses when he uses TTPS. I don't know why, but he uses it continuously. Intelligence should tell you who's doing it. You must have an idea. You can't tell me this, the police officers don't, senior police officers or whoever in charge of our crime fighting don't have that kind of intelligence to know who actually bringing it in. You can't tell me they don't know.
No, but what I'm saying is that here, when you might be able to know, but remember, intelligence and evidence is two different things. They always say that.
Well, get it.
I agree.
Let me just talk a little bit about the bill and what my opinion is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because the zone of special operations, of course, is kind of mimicking the bill in Jamaica, basically. And it's following that bill, which sort of have different zones or lock down certain hotspots in terms of with the objective of reducing crime. And let me say from the outset that I do not believe state of emergencies are tools to fight crime, normal everyday crime and criminality. I do not believe that states of emergencies are to be used for that. And constitutional protections are there for a purpose. They're put into our constitution for a purpose. And even though you may be rightfully upset about the crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago, let's not lose sight of those constitutional protections and what they're there for, and that is for your protection as a citizen against a considerable power of the state. Don't give it up easily or without proper vigilance and scrutiny just because you figure, oh God, crime gone haywire, yes, restrict my rights. No, because it may come home to roost in a way that you may not appreciate and then realize why those constitutional protections are important against the considerable power of the state. So this zones of special operations seeks to kind of, if I could simplify it, create microcosmic states of emergencies with certain protections inlaid in it to give police the right to do warrantless searches just on reasonable suspicion, which is always kind of ambiguous. They can do searches, they can, well, even if they arrest, they have to tell you the reason for arrest. So some things still operate and you're still required to go before a magistrate, etc., etc. But they can cordon off an area and have that area under that special zone that the Prime Minister can authorize. So the Prime Minister sits at the head of the Security Council. So the act refers to her as Prime Minister in Council, meaning as head of the Security Council. And she can call for that zone of operation and not beyond 180 days. And there's some within 14 days it has to go to Parliament, but just for a kind of affirmative resolution, etc., etc. So there's some, and there's, so if I can just kind of drift through quickly, so there is a joint command that is set up in with members suggested by the Chief of Defense Staff and the Commissioner of Police. So it's called a joint command, and they will select the members from that, right? And they have to submit a report every 30 days. So these are some of the protections. PM may suspend the operation in a zone A after written recommendation from the Commissioner of Police and the Chief of Defense Staff, where the PM in Council considers it necessary, or PM can change joint commander persons on the recommendation of the Commissioner of Police and Chief of Defense Staff. Who is in a joint command? You're supposed to identify themselves. Now, what this bill kind of cleverly does is that it seems as if it's giving certain transparency provisions on one hand, but kind of takes it back on another. So it says the joint command, they have to identify themselves, but the COP, the Commissioner of Police, and the Chief of Defense Staff, they can determine what is the method of that identity. So it becomes, what does that mean?
Just be a position, not a person.
Yeah. So it becomes, what does that mean? You know, of course, they can cordon off areas. They can have curfews not longer than 24 hours and not for more than 72 hours within an area. under Section 14, a person without reasonable excuse may, if you're breaching the curfew, it's $50,000 plus 1 year in prison if you don't have a reasonable excuse why you're breaching the curfew. So that's it, 50,000 TT and 1 year imprisonment. If you are convicted on summary conviction, you can be arrested, but you have to go before a magistrate, etc. So those things, and the magistrate can release you if not satisfied, or can demand that you go in custody for a period not exceeding 48 hours. And if not, the magistrate has to refer to a judge in the High Court. Okay? Use of body cameras. There's a provision on that, believe it or not. And the thing, use of body cameras, so you say, okay, great provision, transparency. But then it says, the circumstance in which body cameras may be used within the zone is determined by the Commissioner of Police and the Chief of Defense.
Well, that's not happening then.
So may be used. So that's why I say it looks as if it's a real provision, and then there's a backhand that is saying, give them the loophole. Give them the loophole.
Well, that ain't happening. They ain't using no body cameras.
Yeah. And they can also decide when body cameras may be activated or deactivated.
Okay.
Backhand slap again.
That answers that there.
Backhand slap again. Registration of weapons. Weapons are supposed to be, weapons being used in the zone and the ammunition are supposed to be registered with the National Forensic, the TMT Forensic Science Center, right? So you know, so there's an audit of what the ammunition and stuff is, right? Seems like a reasonable provision, right? Except, and this is prior to the conduct of the operations within the zone, unless this Commissioner of Police or Chief of Defense staff determine otherwise. Backhand again.
Yep.
There's the loophole.
Yep.
All right. So, the joint force members may require a person within a zone to identify themselves. You may be once they have reasonable suspicion that you have committed a crime or about to commit a crime, they can ask you for identity, and you have to identify yourself. And if you don't, there is a penalty. All right. Now, what is reasonable suspicion? If I refuse to say, well, I am not identifying myself, there's no requirement for me to identify myself, what reasonable suspicion do you have of me? How is that going to play with an individual citizen against people cordoning off an area? All right? And then there's a part 5 of the Act, which deals with a social transformation committee, which has a battery of people from different parts, including the mayor, including different people, police have people on that committee, which seeks to kind of balance it off to say, well, they're going to look at the area and see what are the social things affecting the area and they're going to rectify it. So the mayor or whoever is the regional corporation head will sit on that too, and they can make recommendations, and presumptively the state will give money to address the issues of the as raised by that social transformation committee.
They're spreading the blame.
Right. So that's basically what it is. So that's kind of a general brief overview of the bill.
Tell me something, Richard. What preparations have been made? Because I heard you say that there's a fine of $50,000 plus 1 year in prison for anybody who breaches the curfew without reasonableness. What provisions have been made for shift workers and so on? You have to convince them that you are.
No, that's a reasonable excuse. You'll have to show that's a reasonable excuse.
Convincing them of that.
Yeah, but that's a reasonable excuse. I suppose you'll have to show. I don't know what you will have to show. But here's the problem. And this is one of the problems. Well, first of all, let me restate that I am not in support of legislation like this.
Right.
Because I believe that it's just another way of the state bowing to the security infrastructure to say, do what you want, and I will give you the permission to do it within special zones. Now, I know that's kind of extreme, do what you want. But meaning, when I say do what you want, what I mean is that there are no constitutional guardrails on you beyond what is included in the Act, and which I showed you has a lot of backhand slap-aways for what you think you're protecting. Fundamentally, here are the problems. But beyond me not supporting, I would not support this bill if I was an independent senator, because I don't believe that the military or the police, the security services should have that kind of power. Whatever you need to do it constitutionally, get your warrants, because we are a finite area. And that's another point I want to make. Trinidad and Tobago is a small geographic area. This can work fine. Jamaica is double our size, which is where they're taking it from. And other countries that have some sort of level of this, like the Philippines or Mexico or wherever, that they may have zones of, they are huge countries. If you were holding a zone in Barataria, for example, you're locking down part of the Barataria, how does that affect the traffic grid? But because people are instinctively going to want to avoid a zone, right? It's going to create problems because we are small. There is no part of Trinidad and Tobago that you can't get to in 2 or 3 hours, right? Yeah. But how is that good if you block off a part of Tunapuna because you say, oh my God, there is a zone of national security, a zone of special operations in Tunapuna. Now you force people to kind of say, well, I don't want to pass through Tunapuna or the parts of Tunapuna that they block off because it creates problems. Not only that, but people often work in Trinidad and Tobago in areas where they do not live.
Yes.
And it's very integrated. So I may be from Chagonas, but I'm working in a store in Tunapuna. Or I'm from Arima and I'm working in a place in Kuva. Because we are very integrated. In addition to which, of course, what is to prevent the criminals from just moving? Because we're that small.
That's what I pointed out.
They will just move. So what really is the intent of this bill? And to me, the intent of this bill is basically to give and kowtow to the security machinery, to give them as close as possible to state of emergency powers under the issue of fighting crime. So if, now I'm going down in a hypothetical case, if this bill was to pass, because 3 independent senators are not of my mindset and say, yeah, I think this is good law, then I want to suggest an oversight committee. Because the Prime Minister should not have
a sunset clause. Is there a sunset clause?
No, I didn't see any sunset clause.
So it could go on and on and on.
Right. So the Prime Minister, to me, should not have that power exclusively to call that zone of operation. There needs to be oversight. And people will say, oh, some people call it anti-cams. Anti-cams not going to do anything. This is not about anti-cams. Yeah. This is about good law. And you don't know who is going to be the Prime Minister in 5 years. You don't know who's going to be the Prime Minister in 15 years. Because this is a constitutional majority that requires this law. So it means when next is somebody getting a constitutional majority, you don't know. It's a vague thing. So you have to be very, very clear on what you see. So for me, if you were going to go down the road of passing this law, which I don't think it should be passed because for the reasons I've indicated, I think you need a Zones Operation Review Commission. That's what I think.
A ZOC.
Yeah, ZOC. So that you have an oversight of the zone of special operations. The zone bill gives the Prime Minister authority to declare special security zones with minimal oversight. Parliament is notified after the zones. It's vague criteria, rampant criminality. So in other words, people in an area could be protesting roads for a whole week and they could decide we need a zone. I'm just saying. All right? It's 2 things. No judicial review. Courts have no role in authorizing declarations. And the PM can extend zones with mere consultation. And guess with who? You guessed it. Commissioner of Police and Chief of Defense.
And Chief of Defense staff.
Yeah. So it's like a triad ruling the security and making these kinds of laws in a kind of way. It's a triad power head, even though the Prime Minister is obviously the head. Trinidad is only 1,864 square miles, right? Criminals can simply move. It's a 15-minute drive, exit zone. Crime relocates. Other areas are left vulnerable. How much resources are you giving to this one area? Because it means we have a finite resource in terms of police officers and army. So it means once you're concentrating on one area, or if you have several zones, what happens to the rest of the country? Become a little vulnerable. If police reach these areas and they can suspend constitutional rights, why not proper warrants? Why don't you have proper warrants? If you have the intelligence, coming back to that word, Wendell, if you have the intelligence that there's criminality in this area, why are you not getting the proper warrants to give effect to doing it the right way? Even Jamaica, which is 4,000 plus square miles, is more than twice Trinidad size. Colombia, 440,000. Philippines. They're showing you that the larger countries, so they have more latitude with doing those kinds of zones. ZORC is a statutory oversight body, 79 commissioners appointed with a transparent process. This is how I see it. They have to review the Prime Minister's justification before it's declared, and they can say no, that there's not sufficient evidence or there's not sufficient, you have not reached the bar to create a special zone. They can tell the Prime Minister that. A real-time access to operations, unannounced inspections, review all arrests and detentions, public reports on outcomes, violations, etc. Step 1, before declaration, this is how it would actually work. The PM submits evidence to ZORC. ZORC reviews within 48 to 72 hours. PM declares zone immediately if ZORC approves. If ZORC rejects, the PM needs to go to Parliament and get 2/3 of the votes in both houses to override it. All right, now they have that now. But as I say, law is not about who is in power now. It's about whether it's good law for the future, right? So so at least it creates an obstacle in terms of, now I wouldn't want to say the word obstacle, it creates oversight. So the ZORC committee can actually say, no, we don't think you've met the threshold to curtail the constitutional rights of citizens in that zone. And if you figure, well, no, I think I do, go to Parliament. ZORC monitors activities, etc., and ZORC reports to Parliament on effectiveness of and the violations that would have occurred by the security apparatus during the period. Who are the ZORC commissioners? 3 by the President, after consulting PNM and opposition. Judicial Service Commission, retired judges, senior lawyers. They could appoint 2. This is just me coming up with possibilities. Service Commissions, 2, that's from security people, and civil society, 2, human rights and community leaders. Fixed 5-year terms, non-renewable. You don't have that job for 10 and 15 years. You have it for 5 years and that's it. Then it has to change. Because you don't want people there that become comfortable and feel that they could go along with whatever the big political directorate wants. Removal only through a tribunal process and salaries protected like judges, right? What if ZORC says no to a zone of operation? PM accepts or they go to Parliament? And why 2/3 majority? You need some level of bar. What ZORC does while zones are active? Operation reports, enter zones without warning, officers, detainees, residents, they can interview anyone, review every arrest, check the lawfulness, 24/7 complaint line, emergency powers, can recommend suspension of the zone to the President. And so you're giving the President some authority to cancel a zone. If ZORC says no, this needs to be canceled because there are too many violations. And of course, quarterly reports to the government. And of course, binding orders on operations, stop it. But you have to give it real teeth, to give it real power for enforcement. And of course, if ZORC rejects, Parliament can override with the 2/3 majority, so which I kind of said before. And this is how it would work. PM submits crime evidence to ZORC for identified hotspots. ZORC approves. Inspection finds stray legal detection. ZORC can order releases of people who are detained if they have satisfied that the detentions are illegal. Investigates complaints and then reports on what violations took place during the period. Who sits on ZORC, which I kind of went through already. And so that's kind of what I would suggest if it is that you were to make this law. But let me be clear, I do not believe that this should be made law because, as I said before, I do not think that constitutional infringements for security purposes is something warranted when you can do the right thing and get the warrants that you require if you are an intelligence-driven security service.
Herein lies the problem.
Right. So that's my spiel on that zones of special operation.
All right. Well, so Charles, I would have recommended a poll.
Yeah,
we could take a couple calls, and whilst we put up the poll, and then when we come back, of course, today's your day. Today's Friday. Today is the day you get to call. You could give opinions on what we have discussed, what Richard has put forward already this morning. He has given you the bill in its how I should put it, in a sort of synopsis on the bill, and he has given you recommendations as to how they could do things. But at the end of the day, it's intelligence by the TTPS and by the security network that would have fixed our problem, but they've lacked that over the years. As I say, they're raiding things, and they're saying they're getting information on a stash of guns or a stash of drugs, and at the end of the day, nobody being arrested. I'm sorry, I don't see that changing in a long, long time. I'm very, very sorry. But let's see where it go. You'll get to give your opinion on a poll today, on our poll, as to if you feel that the government will get the constitutional majority to push through such a bill today. All right?
All right, so let's go to the lines. We'll push everything inside of the next hour. Hello, good morning, Mr. Patrick.
Yes, Sir Charles, morning. I think this is today's birthday.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday. May God continue to give you strength and foresight. You understand?
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Wendell and Mr. Agubasing, morning.
Morning.
When I listen to that proposal what the government want to bring across with zones, I ask myself a question. Anytime a criminal living in places they call non-zones?
We're living all over.
So
what do you mean by non-zone? What do you mean by non-zone? Define what you mean by that.
Okay. All right. Normally, they might want to choose certain places like Moloney, all them places. You know? St. Helena, all them places. They go marching up in back all this. But it's a criminal living all about the place. And as I said too, what will make a person not migrate? Say, what's the part of law will tell me no, I cannot migrate from these areas? So I don't know. I don't understand that.
No, but you wouldn't have any control over that, because if somebody is out of the area, let's say somebody is visiting friends and they call a zone and they say, okay, it's I'm sorry, Barataria, you're quick off my tongue. They say it's Barataria. You can say, I ain't going back there, let me go down penal by my girlfriend. I'm just saying.
You crema the Burma?
On the B-term? Yes, on the B-term when Patrick Manning was in power, yes.
Right, the Burma. So what are they going to do? They're going to put Burma in these areas so people will have document to come out and go in? What?
Mr. Patrick, you asked us some questions that we don't have the answers to.
Yeah,
right now.
we don't have the answers for that.
Thank you very much. Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Suzanne.
Good morning, Sir Charles, Richard, and Wendell. Happy birthday.
Good morning.
Sir Charles.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Sir Charles, I hope you have a wonderful day, a beautiful day, a blessed day, Sir Charles. Love always, Susan, Suzette, and Miss Gemma. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, ladies.
And I just seen the rain falling, and I said, look, Sir Charles getting blessings upon blessings. Sir Charles, his love always. Thank you for creating this program. The new era, TT Radio, oh my gosh, it's just getting better and better as the days goes by. Sir Charles, you have a wonderful, blessed, beautiful day, darling. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kisses from me, Susan, Suzette, and Miss Gemma, to Richard and Wendell. You'll have a beautiful day too. Blessings.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Thanks, Suzanne.
Thank you. Wendell, did you get an invitation for next week, Wednesday?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you? I thought I was exclusive. The invitation said exclusively for you. So I thought it's I alone get. Just yesterday I tell her about that. I said, but I ain't going, Anytime my colleagues ain't get, I ain't going.
No, I got one.
Okay.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Mr. Charles, happy birthday to you. Another John born in January. I will join you later in the month.
Okay, thank you so much.
For all the reasons you outlined, Mr. Abubakar, that legislation will fail in the House. I'm telling you that. It has too much intricacies and it's too convoluted to be successful in the intent. And you know what will harm it more, sir? The refusal to extend the anti-gang legislation
will come right back in the UNC's face. Take care, gentlemen. I'll re-engage in the next hour.
I remember that. I'm happy you reminded us about that. When they initially supported the anti-gang and didn't support the extension of it. I remember that. Richard was also not in favor of that too, if I remember. Not so, Richard? Part of that anti-gang legislation.
I was mixed about that.
Mm-hmm.
I was mixed about that.
Caller, good morning.
Charles, Richard, I don't there.
Morning, Zeno.
So, Charles, health and strength to you.
Thanks much.
Right. Listen, you see all what Richard reading, so my mind going on in a world when you see the whole sort of nonsense there. That's where Trinidad and Tobago, the square mileage too small for that. That is just to confuse people and come like we living in jail. You know, it just, people, you know, it's getting more and more frustrated. I hope it doesn't pass, because that sounds like madness to me. Thank you.
All right.
All right, thanks very much.
Our poll is up here, people. Do you expect the government to get the constitutional majority for the zone of special operations in the parliament, right? They will require at least 3 independent senators to vote with them. And of course, all the opposition, the opposition will probably not vote. We don't know how they'll vote, but they will require 3 independent senators to vote with the government to get that majority. Do you expect them to get it? Yes or no? That's our poll this morning. All right.
Great. So we're going for the news. Continue to vote throughout the news. Okay, people? We're coming back.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now on New Era TT Radio and Guy L Caribbean TV for Friday, the 16th of January. I am Derek McMillan. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Parenco executives have met with officials from the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries to provide an update on the company's recent acquisition of the Greater Angostura oil and gas assets. The meeting, held on January 14th, focused on operational progress, efficiency improvements, and plans to sustain investment in Trinidad and Tobago's energy sector. Parenco also outlined the performance of its existing operations, including the Kashima, Amherstia, Flamboyant, and Immortel gas fields, along with development plans for the Onyx field in the Teak, Saman, and Pui area. Energy Minister Dr. Rudal Munilal reaffirmed the government's support for efforts to extend the life of mature oil fields while maintaining a stable and attractive investment climate. Parenco said it remains committed to working closely with the ministry as current projects advance and new opportunities emerge in the local energy sector. At least 3 people were killed and several others injured in a wave of violent incidents across Trinidad overnight. One of the shootings occurred along Lady Young Road near the Las Alturas housing complex, where a man identified as Akito Simon was gunned down while seated in a white Toyota sedan on Wednesday night. In a separate incident in Arima, Isaiah Jules of Chiney Avenue, Manuel Congo, was shot at Lawrence Park. He was taken to hospital and is reported to be in stable condition. Another man was shot and killed along Tumpuna Road South, near the Fine Choice Meats facility. Police also responded to a fatal shooting in the car park of the Food Basket supermarket in Champs Flair. The victim has been identified as Jerome Joseph of Mount Dore, San Juan. Police say 17 murders have already been recorded for the year, surpassing figures for the same period last year. The energy and talent of young panists will take center stage this weekend as 22 bands compete in the National Junior Panorama Finals at the Queen's Park Savannah. 10 bands will perform in the under-21 category, while 12 bands will contest the newly created under-19 division, which was introduced following concerns raised by school steel bands over the relocation of the school's Panorama Finals to San Fernando. Pan Trinbago created the under-19 category to ensure students who had been preparing for months still had an opportunity to compete. Preliminary and semi-final rounds were held in pan yards and communities across the country. with the top bands advancing to Sunday's finals, which begin at 1 p.m. Trinidad has congratulated all participants, praising their discipline, talent, and commitment to preserving and strengthening the legacy of the national instrument. The Online Gaming Agents Association says there is still no official confirmation from the National Lotteries Control Board on plans to introduce Sunday lottery draws, despite a notice circulating online. OGAATT President Dean Prasad said agents have been approached by Bright Star Lottery, formerly IGT, about possible Sunday draws for games including Playway, Pick 2, Pick 4, and Cash Pot, starting in February. Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku confirmed the NLCB has been considering the move as part of its business expansion, but Newsday was unable to verify the document with the NLCB. Prasad expressed concern over poor communication, saying agents have not been consulted on whether Sunday opening would be optional or mandatory. He warned of higher labor costs, security risks, and unclear settlement procedures. The association says it remains disappointed by the lack of engagement from the NLCB and is calling for dialogue before any changes are implemented. In the region, Venezuela's acting president, Delcy Rodriguez, is set to deliver her first State of the Union address on Thursday, as the country faces uncertainty following the U.S.-backed removal of former President Nicolas Maduro less than 2 weeks ago. Rodriguez said her government will continue releasing prisoners detained under Maduro, describing the move as part of a new political moment. In her address to the National Assembly, she is expected to outline her vision for governance and propose changes to the state-owned oil sector, which U.S. President Donald Trump has said he wants to revive. Rodriguez said oil revenues would be used to rebuild Venezuela's collapsing public health system. She faces pressure from Washington, while also contending with Maduro loyalists who still control key security institutions. Despite growing tensions, Rodriguez has been granted acting presidential powers for renewable 90-day terms, delaying any immediate elections. In international news, European troops have begun arriving in Greenland as Denmark strengthens its military presence amid ongoing tensions with the United States over the Arctic island. Denmark said talks with U.S. officials revealed a fundamental disagreement after President Donald Trump renewed interest in Greenland. France, Germany, the UK, and other NATO allies are sending small numbers of troops to signal European unity and regional security cooperation. Greenland's Prime Minister reiterated that the island is not for sale and does not want to become part of the United States. Denmark and the U.S. have agreed to continue discussions through a joint working group. And that is news at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with new Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Hey you, yes you, I'm talking to you, so you think I can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival Karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival Karaoke. Carnival Karaoke. We'll call it Karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion of the Breakfast Show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The Mid-Morning Mix and Mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Vibes, fresh energy. This is the NETT Radio Breakfast Show.
In a maxi from Arima, we heading down. What's supposed to be a cool ride drama come down. So ladies in the backseat, them talk the whole way. The vibes bubble up, hear what they had to say. Agnes, what you think about this government? She say 5 years I can't take this torment. But if the dog wanted to leave and go, he should have never treat the people so. He say he not in love with office, so he going and handle his business. 100,000 votes, and on election they hold back their bloody votes. You run the ship underground, you run the ship underground. When people was talking to you, you take your people for clown. The people wanted the convention to say who run the party. You go on Tobago and you give them shorty just so. Now we reach the bus road, the maxi moving slow. When we reach the ramp, the ladies up the tempo. A man in the front seat watching both of them. He said the two are all here, causing real problem. Must start a fire, the two get hot. As the Tory end, I hear another drop. The country hard, I hear a lady say, can't get me, I drop, no me had to pay. Them different politicians, them we make we lose. 3 billion missing, they say it's a glitching. Pay yourself big pension, workers get 4%. So workers kick we out of the government. You run the ship underground, you run the ship underground. When people was talking to you, you take the people for clown. All these wicked things you do, for the and all get vexed. The party in crisis, that's why he say you acting hubris. Captain, you need to respond immediately. The ship is going down. The maxi hit a pothole, the driver create a scene. He said them bad road mashing up me machine. The road hard, I walking like a mule, and them pothole bigger than swimming pool. Now the money done, and the people bitter, and the friend them, he want make richer. Them don't care about we, so me I care about them. This politician only looking out for their friend. I'm Alicia Goddess and I want to know how the hell he's sitting in the front row. A lawyer dumpy party and I find it queer. He on the dock on the stage in Woodfoot Square. You run the ship underground, you run the ship underground. When people was talking to you, you take the people for clown. Now all these non-performers had them sleeping on the walk. But time longer than twine, it take too long to get rid of Heinz. Bridge the crew, we have lost sight of Bishop. Abandon ship, abandon ship. Captain, captain. Now we reach our, the driver start to speed. Agnes say no, no, we not in no hurry. Not like Shorty without plan or direction. You know the man call an holy election. Super ministers, recuse some cabinet. Family contract, and everybody set. Different them getting work, while others had to wait. Democracy a dance, corruption by the gate. Him but get the Auditor General fix. It's 10 years, he just can't fix the Forex. The people didn't give we a chance when they find out the dragon can't dance. You run the ship underground. You run the ship underground. When people was talking to you, you take the people for clown. Now we have to work so hard to bring back we great party. Now we cook. It's all day the man posting on Facebook.
Mornings just got better. You're locked into NETT Radio Breakfast Show. Fueling your day with the best music and real talk.
Yeah. Tune in your day with the best music and real talk. Only here on your NETT Radio. The heartbeat of the Caribbean. Oh, yeah. Well, go up on YouTube, like and subscribe, share it for me, please. Some guy named Sir Charles, you run the ship underground. Yeah. And yeah, people, welcome inside the second hour of the breakfast show right here on New Era TT Radio, NewEraTTRadio.com. That way you get us all day, every day. New Era TT Radio on TuneIn, so you get us on your Google and Alexa devices. And of course, the music good morning to the people out there at Gael Caribbean TV. Hi Gael, good morning. All up, nice, all right. And remember, when we come off of the Gael feed, you get us all day, every day into the weekend holiday. You name it, we will be here with you at NewEraTTRadio.com, okay? So the poll is up, so you can vote on the poll. Remember, people, you put in yes or no, and then you put in anything else after that, right? So the question being asked today, do you expect the government to get the constitutional majority for the Zoso in the parliament? I think that goes to parliament today, right? Fireworks up inside of that. So do you expect that they will get what they are looking for, that constitutional majority? Vote yes or no. And we will be back.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
Hey you, yes you, I'm talking to you, so you think you can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival Karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival Karaoke. Carnival Karaoke. We'll call it Karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the breakfast show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion on the breakfast show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the breakfast show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
All right, we We are back, and you can't get more nepotistic. That's what nepotistic than that. Happy birthday, Sir Charles. My play on tune today. Yes? You can do what you want today. You can do what you want today. You can do what you want today, brother.
Yes. I say it's my day to spoil myself.
You run the ship on the ground. You run the ship on the ground. Yeah, man. Nice.
And you realize everybody quiet now. You can't find nobody to talk to.
I'm telling you.
Everybody, you can't find all the people who are real mouth. You can't find them to talk at all.
Yeah.
You should be run around one place, run around all over.
Yeah. Let me also
nobody
join
the press conference. Nobody have nothing to say right now.
Nobody have nothing to say.
But it's amazing. They're just like they gone silent.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, I suppose they must be preparing for the bill today.
Yeah. Because that bill will be heated. That debate will be a heated debate. You understand? But again, the government will get its way in the parliament. But in the Senate, we'll wait and see. Hopefully some senators might have listened to Richard's presentation this morning and would have also listened to David Mohammed. Anyway, let me greet Antonia Abbott. She is celebrating her birthday today, 19 years old. She's the daughter, of course, of Ronald and Jamila, celebrating her 19th birthday today. All right, happy birthday, Antonia. I hope you're listening. If you're listening on the radio, you might be hearing my voice from afar. Anyway, let's get some more votes in, people. I know a lot of chat went on during the...
Yeah. Only vote now, man. Yes or no? Do you think they will get what the majority they're looking for today?
Yeah. Of course, the poll is up, so we will go to the vote count now. Okay. Richard has disappeared again.
Well, Richard reached back in the space yet. And coming up after the vote, we are into the carnival season, people. So we are talking with one of our artists coming through here. We talk with Ninja inside of the next segment. It's called the Cultural Corner.
Right.
Culture Corner, right? So
Cultural. Remember that?
And then we will get back to your calls later on in the hour.
All right. So when you're ready to count, Sir Charles, let me know.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You ready? All right. Victor Phillips says yes. Valerie Mendoza, no. Boy Bidesi, yes. Jason Samuel, yes. Suzanne Jessup, yes. Brent Hackshaw, no. Cheryl Henry, no. Kazim Mohammed, no. Lester Cragwell, yes. Jason Samuel asking if it's 3 or 2. Richard said 3. I have no reason to doubt him. Trini Gets Fit, no. Dave Gosine, yes. Cheryl Maraj, yes. Slick Money Grip, no. Marlon Motley, no. Eunice Dublin, no. Rena Jennings, no. Diane Payne, no. Ava Smith, yes. Michael Cadet, yes. Magic, yes. Scorpion Pepper, he didn't vote. Marlene Saunders Sober saying happy birthday. Avion Abraham says no. Margaret Thomas says no. Marlene Saunders Sober says no. Gregory Boyer, yes. Carla Hercules, no. Colted Finch, yes. Miguel Gonzalez, no. Robert Allen, no. Debbie Mitchell, yes. Magic, what are you saying? Okay, nepotism. Yeah, it's his birthday. We give him a blight today. Carol Guevara says yes. Colted Finch, yes. I think you voted already, yeah? Didn't I say Colted Finch? Yes, I said it already. Apollonus, no. Trini Merle Kitchen, yes. And Sick Money Grip says, Sir Charles going to the big yard with this guy, so you have a big yard uptown there. You going in Corey yard. Corey have a big yard. That's where you going. Or Gayland. Two of them have a big yard. Anyway, those are the votes I have.
Wow. This is an interesting vote here.
I thought so.
Yeah. Let me get back to where it started all on the WhatsApp. And right, so we had Judith saying yes, Pauline saying yes, Peter saying no, Zena saying no, Captain Ron saying yes, Mahi saying yes, Fifi saying yes, Reverend Bishop didn't vote, Siri didn't vote, Roxy didn't vote, Robert Allen didn't vote either.
They voted here already.
Okay.
Some of those names you called actually voted on this chat already.
Right. So Frank is saying yes, Brenda saying no, Slick Money Grip, okay, that's across by you. Joanne in Mount Hope saying no. Right, and Peter was saying yes also. Right, any others on your side?
I have a few more here. I have Andre PH saying yes, Lenley saying yes, and Johnson Noel saying no. Those are the three other votes I have on this chat.
All right.
And Annalie Johnson just sneaking with another no.
What the hell? That just
Wilson, I haven't seen your vote for the morning.
All right. But they believe we had
the views of some more attorneys on this too, as Richard would have expounded his earlier on. I would have liked to get the views on some other attorneys, but maybe we could do that next week because I'm sure the debate will continue next week.
So here how the vote went down here now. We had 46 people on the chats voting, and it's a tie, 23.
Yeah, I figured it was close, based on how I was calling it out.
And it was going that way all the time. Nobody really took the poll today. I was like watching. I said, "Wow, 23." And what today is 16, 23, 22, 16 people.
Yeah, that is what Jamet House, and if I remember my numbers correct, my play thing correct. Why would I remember that and I do play? But I think 16 is Jamet, not so?
16 is Jamet.
And 23 is house, not so?
I think 23 is the house, yeah.
So Jamet in house, 2 Jamet in our house. I wonder who is them 2, right? That'll be you and Richard.
Well,
it ain't me. It ain't me. I am as untouched as they come.
As they come. All right. Well, our guest is here, so let's jump inside our cultural corner, and after when we finish with the guests, then we will come back to your calls. And I know you guys have a whole lot to say about all the other things, but you know what? The carnival is here. All right.
House and family, you approaching now, you done reach 60. Now it's time to be happy. Spend your money once you're hungry. Just study and think about price. Just think about something to get buried. Time for pensioners to live nice. If you're feeling for pork chops and lobsters, eat what you want to eat. Now it's brandy and whiskey you're drinking, and if you fact your meat stack up, please spend your money, bend your back. Don't make a try to skip your back when you're dancing. In the soca fit when you're dancing. And you start to spread pop your champagne that you hear. Now it's time to cock up your ray when you're dancing. In the soca fit when you're dancing. And you start to sweat when your pension and then yes.
When you hear that, don't
You
believe
know,
you're retired.
that song resonate personally with me, right?
Well, a lot of people like
the last time I was on a plane, I said, "Do you have any seats in business class?" They say yes. I said, "Give me one." I went straight up in front and I eat real nice and drink real thing. So Ninja, that tune resonate. I sure it resonated with everybody to all this chat today.
Well, definitely good morning to the panel there. And as a matter of fact, that is how the song was born.
Yeah.
I retired this year.
Okay.
I work on college for 42 years. And I retired this year. I usually will post a lot of different activities or shows that I have on a group chat that we had in the department.
Mm-hmm.
And when I retire in June, I post some event that I had Christmas in July and a man ball. Ninja still posting thing here. Why take you off the chat? So I went in the next chat and I said, like, when you retire, here you expire. And that is where the topic came from.
Right.
And then about a month after, I had some issues with my eyes. I went to eye clinic. And I heard a lady mentioning, you see me, I retire now. I'm drinking red wine, white wine, and I'm leaving enough money to bury me, not enough to let you fight and kill one another for. And I said, you see me, I have to write that song. I have to finish that song. And that is exactly how the song was born.
Right. Beautiful. As I say, that song resonates with a lot of, and it have a nice kind of old time laugh way kind of thing in it.
Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, I went to Calypso Russo last night to meet Mr. Kenny Phillip, and I met two youth who sing in there, Cowie and somebody else. And they said, Ninja, you are making history this year. I said, why? After that, they said, you're the first man to come out with a superpower and can create the Canada to get in a character.
Yes.
And they say the rest is left to be seen how far you're going to reach with that composition. So as I say, my foot is on the ground, my head is on my shoulder, and I just leave it and let the calm waters and let God do the rest of it.
Yeah, because it was meant for us as a soca parang tune, not so? It came out before Christmas, right?
It came out about the 5th of October.
Mm-hmm.
But then on YouTube, a lot of people keep saying people don't retire for Christmas alone. People retire every day of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I even heard people mentioning the only time they will come to sing a spark is if they know Ninja singing the song in the park. So they said they hope Ninja do the right thing. I already had a choice. I had gone away from competition because I think to date I'm the only artist to make 20, I'm a male, to make 22 Young King finals and never win.
22 Young King finals.
I never won. I came third about 3 occasions. I came sixth about 4 or 5 occasions. I came 7th. I came 8th. And I reached up and I kind of give up.
Of course, after all that is abuse.
More than abuse. And then on top of that, I sang at Kaiser Spectacular for 4 years. I sang at Review for 13 years. And people who come to the pen in Review will know that I was a Review mama. But I find personally, according to searchers, that is abuse because the hardest song to write is abuse. People will tell you that. And yet it don't go nowhere. It's reaching the test and ending the test. Very few humans the point. Very few. And I reached a point I say, see me, this ain't really making sense. So I went back to the Kaiso Caravan because I'm the trustee in the Kaiso Caravan. Mm-hmm. And I started we have a vintage segment. Artists from the past. So I started doing a vintage about 7 years now. And then when people came to on YouTube, and this one called me. As a matter of fact, a guy called me about half an hour ago. Just now, Dallas is his name. He said, Ninja, I'm worried. I said, for what? He said, because I find should I do this song in the tent as well. I'm doing it in the tent. If you understand, it's on. He said, you enter competition. I said, Carly, so Monarch, Road March. I enter everything. You see, Ninja, that's one of the best move you make. Even if you ain't win a road match, you go make a mark, you definitely go come to the post street. Because the elderly will have something to dance to and chant to. You know? And I think this song always say, have a certain line say, pick up your cane. People is telling me, people is throwing away the cane, pelting away the cane and dancing to the song. So well, like this song is making you 10 years younger, I should say.
You know what's ironic with that, what you just said there about the cane?
Yeah.
The woman who was sitting next to me had a cane. The woman who was sitting in front of me had a cane. Two elderly people with cane, and they're living it up in business class.
Yes. It's only in America and foreign countries. I travel one or two countries. And when you reach a certain age, you're dressing, you're in a wheelchair, and your hair well done, your fingernails well done. But like in the Caribbean, like as you reach a certain age, you're ready to mind grandchildren. And that is what I said in the song. Don't make them sit here with grandchildren. Now it's time to be happy. Once you take any grant from them, make sure it's currency. But after never get a grant.
They bring it grand and they market their pension.
You understand? You hold in your hand to carry it to the bank to swipe your card, but when you ask them to take it to the doctor, they don't have time.
Well, I could just see a studio line with Zena and Miss Mendoza and Miss Henry and Scorpion Pepper and all of them. I could just see a line with them wailing down to that tune. Give me a little more of that tune, this child. Unless Ninja want to do a little acapella for me.
Yeah, well, Ninja will do a little thing for us, yeah. And that will be a good example for all who planning to come in the karaoke and the karaoke on Monday. I tell you, all you have to play the song by all you and sing it by all you. So Ninja, go in and do that for us right now.
Right, clear space in all your bedroom, your living room. No,
I'll be stuff on YouTube, so I'm gonna put it up on YouTube and sing it.
Yeah. All right, good. So you get an example of how to do the karaoke here.
How to do the karaoke, yeah.
So we sitting down or we standing up?
Well,
you can any which way you want.
Anyhow you want to do it. The people who listen, all of them standing up, though. Take out your cane now and get up.
We go stand up. Groove me. All the pensioners, all you. Spend your whole lifetime to build house and family. You want to train or you're done with 60. Now it's time to be happy. Spend your money once you're hungry. The study acting but price. Just leave out something to get buried. Time for pensioners to live nice. If you're feeling so fucked up, so lobster. Eat what you want to eat. Now it's brandy and whiskey you're drinking. And then eventually stop your feet, spend your money, bend your back. Don't make arthritis keep your back when you're dancing in them so-called beds. And you start to pop your champagne, dye your hair. Now it's time to cock up your rep when you're dancing in this so-called beds when you're dancing. Spend your pension and NIS. Buy clothes and look the best. Pay your bills and give God thanks. Don't leave no second money in the bank. That don't mean you expire. Because you retire. That don't mean you expire. Groove me.
Hey. Oh, you hear that? Bishop Philip, not because you retire means you expire, okay?
Groove it.
any party, sun or rain. That your dress and pick up your cane. Reflecting from tongue to the country, no more clocking card again. So we can stick you with grandchildren. Now it's time to be happy. Once you're taking any grant from them, make sure it's currency. As you reach the month of October, you're so good. Take your phone, call up a partner, lock the door, open the gate, spend your money, bend your back. Don't make a try to skip your back when you're dancing. In the carpet when you're dancing. Pump your champagne that you hear. Never said to fuck up your red when you're dancing. And you're dancing. Swing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
put your hair pink, put your hair green.
Pay your bill and get God thanks. Don't leave no other money in the bank. Not because you're retired. That don't mean you expire.
Not because you're retired. That don't mean you expire. Hey.
Yeah. Wine all the wine.
I honestly believe that's one of the better crafted tunes or put tunes because you sing it before Christmas, you sing it during Christmas, you'll be singing it Carnival, even after Carnival. I can see people always wanting to hear a tune like that because it has no time limit on a tune like that.
No,
that's right.
Yeah, it has.
As a matter of fact, I was told by a couple of the heads of various radio stations that this song is the best song. Well, as I say, it started as a parang, a soca parang, but they say in the past decade, past 10 years, there was never a song like this.
I'm telling you, I agree with that because I said that here, when I played it for the Christmas also. And I said, it's for the longest while, I haven't heard a really good soca parang. And this was one of the best I've heard. Yeah. I think since Spanish Woman, this is one of the best soca parang I've heard. So
it has no expiration date on a song like that. Absolutely.
No, that's right. And I always say, I believe in clean soca parang, not the set of vulgarity it have now on. Because I think Christmas is to celebrate the birth of Christ and Christmas is for children. Right. So some of these guys, I think they're taking it a little bit too far, And if this generation is singing this type of song for the youths to hear, somebody a young artist who want to get into soca parang, will feel it's okay to come vulgar because they reach a period now. They reach a time now where they stop these guys in the song. They're going direct, raw.
Yeah. Yes,
and I'm not about that. Well, Parang the Wrong House was my very first hit, and that song is already 25 years old.
Which song is that?
Parang the Wrong House, the Wrong House.
Right.
Parang the Wrong House.
Yeah,
that is 25 years old. That was my first soca parang, and from then, there go back. I haven't done no soca parang.
Right.
Way.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Well, I playing that song, boy.
You're playing the wrong thing.
A lot of people don't realize Ninja would have performed many soca parang hits over the years,
Yeah. When they hear this song, and when I'm doing this song now, I get bookings, and I'm doing this song because nobody booking you to sing one song.
Yes.
So when they say Baila Bonita, No Mandolin, 100 is a Christmas, they sing it, you sing that too. Because they were hearing the song, but they wasn't putting a face or a name to the song.
Right. You're moving like a true ninja then.
Yes, I went to a surprise birthday party for a guy earlier night. He's 40 years. And his wife called me and she said, I really like this sport. If I went tonight, I could come out the house. I said, you know what I'm coming with the class. But I said, you really do it. I was in the sport that night outside. And I put in the class drive and I started to new walk. This man is not matter to me. Then he told me. And then when I came in, after putting the song, I started to tell everybody else to one of the biggest hits. Yes, I said, well, you all have been singing the thing that what's all that? I said,
wrong how to sing. You sing that.
Yes.
You know? So some people might hear this song and say, well, will this man not come out from boy? He just come out with this song and mash up, but they don't know the entire wrong.
Right.
I work hard, but they don't know around to the small time, what a small time.
Anyhow, Ninja, that's why we had to leave it for this morning. I want to thank you so much. I know you don't like to get up early these days since you retire.
Yeah, damn right. Yes.
Yeah, well, actually, I didn't get to sleep. Because all I studied is, boy, oh God, this man will call me just now. So I pray to close my eye and oversleep. I don't want to get up and my face around flop and now get the phone call and I say, Ninja, we on 2 minutes. You have to get up and prepare, and you know when you reach a certain age, you have to iron out your face, take all these pleats and the grease and wash out your face good, and you know. So the pleasure again, thanks again, Trinidad and Tobago, and the pleasure was mine being here, and I'm only looking for the best this song, and hope to see you guys one day. Well, and I haven't seen Charles in a while.
Yeah. But don't worry.
Our thanks for also inviting me on to hear your voice and the gentleman next to you.
Yeah.
We will. I hope we see him in the park. About that.
For sure. I look forward to seeing you there.
Okay, so you take
so
care
much,
and enjoy.
Ninja.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah. All right. Our first guest on Cultural Corner this morning has been Kenson Ninja Neptune. All right.
Yeah.
Not because you retire. That
don't mean you expire. So you all take care. I'm out.
All right.
Thanks,
brother. Take care.
Yeah, man.
Cock up your rear. Get your back.
Spend your pension and NIS. Buy clothes and look the best. Pay your bills and give God thanks.
See that? I love that.
Spend your NIS.
Yes. Spend your money. Look nice.
Spend your money. Look good. Dye your hair. Put on the cane. You know, every single year you can start the year with that tune because somebody just retired and go want to hear a song like that.
All the old people really like that song, boy.
So you don't like it? Then you're back.
Hey, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. So you think I can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival Karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival Karaoke. Carnival Karaoke. We'll call it Karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion on the Breakfast Show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
Yeah. Sing, man. Sing.
Yeah. That song is really. I've never seen Ninja before, actually. I don't think I have, But I know his songs.
Yeah, you would.
I know his songs. And one morning I was listening to him on another show, and I see him so many songs he sang in Truman. He sang a lot,
Yeah. You know.
The man say he make the final 22 times right now.
Yeah.
And never win.
22 times.
He must end up with more prize money though than the winners. Who people win? 22.
Collectively, cumulatively, yes.
Cumulatively, yeah. Oh, good. Richard, who you calling old? We're not old, we gravity challenge. So says Sheriff Mirage. Oh, Lord.
I can see some of them real pelting the sticks in truth.
Yeah, Miss Samson. I ain't seen Miss Samson.
Or they will be holding up the sticks. The canes, they will be holding it up.
Miss Samson running up and down them stepping Samson, and don't she have no cane?
You know, if the bar
wave your cane.
If the bar across the road from Miss Samson's keep up had any common sense, they would be playing that tune whole day, whole night. I bet you she never complained. Morning, Miss Sampson. You're such a dad. All right, so we can open the lines and take some calls, folks. You get to weigh in on, our poll, and of course, our song, Not Because You Retire, That Don't Mean You Expire. And that resonates, as I said, with almost 90% of us here today. All right?
All right. Well, let's use online. Caller, good morning to you.
Oh, God. When you expire, when you retire. When you expire, when you retire, you expire. Hey, Wendell.
Oi.
Not sure you know me.
Sorry?
So, Charles.
Yes, sir.
Richard, how are you going?
We good.
We good.
Well, I might you know. By the time it first I heard that you in October, I started wine.
You started what?
I retired.
What you started to do?
I started wine.
You started drink wine.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Well, listen, man. I retired since 2005. Well, we never know that. And my daughter tell me, he could tell all you. He said, Daddy, you see all them clothes I bring for you? I bring them for you to look good there. Because you know I'm a diva. I want you to look good when you're going out late. You understand? I love that tune, brother.
Yes, it's a great tune.
All you want is some good old man, he can give me a pat attack. That's on the stage with him. I don't buy how many cane. I have 2 cane already.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're a nice old king still or something for him. Have a good day, fellas.
Okay,
all right,
no
Mr. Grant.
Business closing on for soap. Business closing out. I tell you that. On the serious part, real business going out. No sales with little boy.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough all around.
All right, Mr. Grant. Yeah. Mr. Billy said that how Nelson is a perfect example of that.
True, Nelson is 93, I think,
Yeah, he's somewhere around this one.
And he goes on stage with the cane, and somewhere along the line, the cane just disappear, you know?
Yeah.
Amazing, yes.
The cane and the jacket.
Yeah. And he only is onesies he's wear, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to start wearing onesies.
Oh, God.
Richard, I can see you in a onesie.
Oh, my word. Good morning to you. Come inside here. You can see Richard having a good time with that.
Whining there, I would want to see him whine. I don't know how much whining he could do. I know he could talk hard in them place. and yesterday morning, I forget this what Sir Charles when I sent the laughing emoji for you. When all you were calling my name and something, some old age thing, Richard, or all you were talking about, and Richard, maybe we can ask people like Zena.
Yeah, something like what? Some 70-year-old something. And I tell him that you ain't 70 yet.
I'll say here what yes, you see, Richard, take out mortgage on me. Yeah. And yeah, that's a nice tune. Remember, I always say when this thing come up, when old senior citizens talk come up, I just say, remember, I use a saying already, there's more for foreign. Don't mind there's snow on the roof. There's fire in the furnace. That's a very nice I love that tune.
Yeah,
very,
it's
very
a wonderful
nice.
tune. It's a wonderful tune.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Anyhow,
Give us a little bit of the tune, Sir Charles. What happened? In the background or something? We want to make Zena day now, man. We want Zena to be satisfied as she goes into the weekend.
Amen. You're saying she's not satisfied otherwise?
I have to wait for that tune. I always satisfied.
We have seen us have fire in the furnace sword.
What is satisfying me is if that bill is passed, because the kind of fines and taxes we live on there right now, especially working people, young people working and have to pay NIS and pay this and pay. I mean, come on, man, it's to come with legislation like that for a small country like this. How are we living? It comes like we you're just like to be existing now, afraid to go here, afraid to go there, afraid to drive out here. What's this? I hope that legislation doesn't pass.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I hope the senators really that they sit down, everybody sit down and study that bill. Because UNC don't make up their mind that they want that. So senators, all you do all your homework, please. And I done send out negative vibes there already.
All right.
Thank you. You all enjoy the
right, Zena.
Charles, and you have a double dose of the enjoyment.
Yeah, okay, great. Thanks much. Zena. Mr. Patrick.
Yes, Charles.
Not because you retire.
But me not expiring at all.
Everything and everybody have an expiry date.
I go to New York and buy nice clothes and wear. Nice stickers and wear. Look good, eat something, drink something, and be happy. I see a lot of young people expiring.
Sure. A lot of young people expiring. You're very right.
Yeah, young people, when they look at it, they wonder what we're doing with them. You understand? I didn't know what we're doing with them. But with the return of coming back to the proposal of the government with this curfew thing. So the government want to bring our next proposal to bring hardship on people then. Because just imagine you living in an area where you're a good law-abiding citizen and you will still go be hindered with this whole curfew thing, right? Something wrong with that.
Potentially.
Because just imagine you telling me I can come out this 6 to 6, what time it is. But I have to go out, I don't have to pick up my children or I have to go to work. They have to have some kind of documents. Because I can remember in 1970, when I had the Black Power uprising, my father was working in Castlefield, Sugar, the water plant, water. He should be riding a bike. Them that we live in Freeport. And they bring him back home because he has to get a pass. You understand? You didn't have a pass. We had to go out to work. You had to get a pass, right?
Well, up to the other day, we had curfew passes.
Well, in all these areas now, we have to get curfew passes.
Well, some people will have to get, I would imagine. Gary Griffith was commissioner of police when they were issuing those curfew passes. I remember that clearly.
Yeah, but who was getting them passes?
But people who had to be out, essential workers and so on, who had no choice but to be out sometimes. Remember, this was during COVID, right?
Yeah, because sometimes in a hot spot, in Tobago, you have a little handful of people getting job there.
True. True.
So let me see what's going on with this whole situation. We have a pleasant weekend. You know, enjoy the rest of the day, but don't be kind of retire or expire, right?
Well, Charles is a classical example of that. So, Charles.
No problem. Thanks very much, Mr. Patrick.
So, Charles, and you're expecting a young one soon again?
What?
Yeah. Richard, I got custom there.
That what was like you just cuss me stink. It was full of all of that Wendell. It had all that color.
My last franchise just came out a few months ago. I'm loving her all the way.
I saw a post I made on social media the other day about you know when you're a Trinidadian or a Caribbean person, when your uncle younger than you. You know many people have that? The uncle younger than them?
Of course, I know somebody like that actually.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I
How's
feel
it
when
going
I have
today?
one anyway coming in, it's 2026. We have one in you of my
celebrating.
But anyway, let me go into your business. But yes, Wendell, I could really see you in a onesie, bell bottom pants. You have to be fitted. It can't be slack. You're not into the slack. It had to be real tight. I could see you with that. That's why I make my morning this morning, Ninja man, Ninja coming with tune after tune, hit after hit. I go like, congratulations, my dear. I know you retire, but you ain't expire.
You ain't expire.
I am just loving the music. And to Sir Charles, Richard, and Wendell, with this thing, the government want to pass, I don't see it. Everybody will enjoy yourself. It's carnival time, wine, drink. Don't forget to go buy rum box, take a sip. Don't forget to enter your thing with Sappy Sunday. Don't forget Monday, karaoke starting. And also, because I feel come Ash Wednesday, the whole country will not be locked down. I don't know, because this government have no clue. Remember when they came in with the SOE, they have no formal structure concerning crime in this country. They have no crime plan at all. The crime plan, we go just get SOE until we can't get no more, and then we go come in with this bill, so we go lock down. Because as the gentleman said just now, we have good law-abiding citizens in different areas. It don't to the hotspot have good people in it. It's just the few elements that's be in bad thing, but at the same time, there's the only solution you all have to lock down our place. There's only how you all could govern the place now, man. That'll come better than that. Because I see it, I come Ash Wednesday at 12 o'clock, you just see on the news, whole of Trinidad and Tobago lockdown.
And it's a mechanism that can be used. It is a mechanism that can be used to stifle freedom of expression. So that people who are protesting for whatever reason, you can use that tool to suppress protest. You can.
Yes.
Because a lot of the definitions of the excuse, so to speak, to call a zone is too vague.
Yeah.
And if there is no oversight, people, they will always say things like, because many times we hear these national security services saying there was a threat, but they never explain what it was.
Yes.
Or like how the AG would have said, you're lucky that this building wasn't hit by a rocket launcher. They say all of these glib things that have no transparency or accountability for the words they say to justify the abridging of constitutional rights.
So they can actually.
And too many Trinidadians are too quick to give up their constitutional rights. Maybe because they've had it and they have not fought for it in a particular way.
Well, maybe it's not just
like other countries.
Yeah, maybe it's not because they have not fought for each other, but when we come back after the news, we'll exploit some more people.
All right.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now on New Era TT Radio. and Guy L Caribbean TV for Friday, the 16th of January. I am Derek McMillan. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Perenco executives have met with officials from the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries to provide an update on the company's recent acquisition of the Greater Angostura oil and gas assets. The meeting, held on January 14th, focused on operational progress, efficiency improvements, and plans to sustain investment in Trinidad and Tobago's energy sector. Perenco also outlined the performance of its existing operations, including the Kashima, Amherstia, Flamboyant, and Immortelle gas fields, along with development plans for the Onyx field in the Teak, Saman, and Pui area. Energy Minister Dr. Rudal Munilal reaffirmed the government's support for efforts to extend the life of mature oil fields while maintaining a stable and attractive investment climate. Perenco said it remains committed to working closely with the ministry as current projects advance and new opportunities emerge in the local energy sector. At least 3 people were killed and several others injured in a wave of violent incidents across Trinidad overnight. One of the shootings occurred along Lady Young Road near the Las Alturas housing complex, where a man identified as Akito Simon was gunned down while seated in a white Toyota sedan on Wednesday night. In a separate incident in Arima, Isaiah Jules of Chiney Avenue, Manuel Congo, was shot at Lawrence Park. He was taken to hospital and is reported to be in stable condition. Another man was shot and killed along Tumpuna Road South, near the Fine Choice Meats facility. Police also responded to a fatal shooting in the car park of the Food Basket supermarket in Champs Flair. The victim has been identified as Jerome Joseph of Mount Dore, San Juan. Police say 17 murders have already been recorded for the year, surpassing figures for the same period last year. The energy and talent of young panists will take center stage this weekend as 22 bands compete in the National Junior Panorama Finals at the Queen's Park Savannah. 10 bands will perform in the under-21 category, while 12 bands will contest the newly created under-19 division, which was introduced following concerns raised by school steel bands over the relocation of the school's Panorama Finals to San Fernando. Trinbago created the under-19 category to ensure students who had been preparing for months still had an opportunity to compete. Preliminary and semi-final rounds were held in pan yards and communities across the country, with the top bands advancing to Sunday's finals, which begin at 1 p.m. Trinbago has congratulated all participants, praising their discipline, talent, and commitment to preserving and strengthening the legacy of the national instrument. The Online Gaming Agents Association says there is still no official confirmation from the National Lotteries Control Board on plans to introduce Sunday lottery draws, despite a notice circulating online. OGAATT President Dean Prasad said agents have been approached by Bright Star Lottery, formerly IGT, about possible Sunday draws for games including Playway, Pick 2, Pick 4, and Cash Pot, starting in February. Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku confirmed the NLCB has been considering the move as part of its business expansion, but Newsday was unable to verify the document with the NLCB. Prasad expressed concern over poor communication, saying agents have not been consulted on whether Sunday opening would be optional or mandatory. He warned of higher labor costs, security risks, and unclear settlement procedures. The association says it remains disappointed by the lack of engagement from the NLCB and is calling for dialogue before any changes are implemented. In the region, Venezuela's acting president, Delcy Rodriguez, is set to deliver her first State of the Union address on Thursday, as the country faces uncertainty following the U.S.-backed removal of former President Nicolás Maduro less than 2 weeks ago. Rodriguez said her government will continue releasing prisoners detained under Maduro, describing the move as part of a new political moment. In her address to the National Assembly, she is expected to outline her vision for governance and propose changes to the state-owned oil sector, which U.S. President Donald Trump has said he wants to revive. Rodriguez said oil revenues would be used to rebuild Venezuela's collapsing public health system. She faces pressure from Washington, while also contending with Maduro loyalists who still control key security institutions. Despite growing tensions, Rodriguez has been granted acting presidential powers for renewable 90-day terms, delaying any immediate elections. In international news, European troops have begun arriving in Greenland as Denmark strengthens its military presence amid ongoing tensions with the United States over the Arctic island. Denmark said talks with U.S. officials revealed a fundamental disagreement after President Donald Trump renewed interest in Greenland. France, Germany, the UK, and other NATO allies are sending small numbers of troops to signal European unity and regional security cooperation. Greenland's Prime Minister reiterated that the island is not for sale and does not want to become part of the United States. Denmark and the US have agreed to continue discussions through a joint working group. And that is news at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Join me, Brother David Muhammad, every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio, Powerful Radio. Join me to hear knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Hey you, yes you, I'm talking to you. So you think you can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival Karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival Karaoke. Carnival Karaoke. We'll call it Karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion on the Breakfast Show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
All right, people, as we welcome you back to the Breakfast Show inside of this 8 o'clock hour. Sing, man, sing. Don't worry about prizes. You're going to get something.
And Ninja gave you an example of how to do it, right?
Yeah.
You get the music on YouTube and you sing to it, right? So that you will keep in time, because you hear, well, I mean, he's a singer, but you heard how he would have kept in time with what he was listening to, right? You know?
Beautiful, beautiful. And it's just a verse and a chorus. And for the other persons who are listening in other spaces, you are welcome to be part of the Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show. You know, and somebody was also asked me if we have to sing a Trinidad and Tobago song. No, just sing a song. Hopefully somebody will recognize it also. But sing it, just according to Richard, just sing it good. Yes, sing it good. Right? I think it, yeah. So Monday we're looking out for all you singers, and we're taking 2 persons a day. So if you don't get through on Monday, in the first 2, you have 3 weeks or something like that to get inside. But get inside early. The earlier this be, the better, because as you go down the road, everybody will be jostling, and then you can't get in. So yeah, pick your song and come inside. Yeah, so we on the inside again. Something Richard was saying about, he's talking about our people in Trinidad and Tobago. We don't really see these things as dangerous because,
No, some, not all.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, and maybe just because of the fact that, you see, where we in our region, and Trinidad and Tobago, we have not really experienced a lot of things that other places have experienced. So we really, although we read about it, we hear about it, but we don't know things like what people experience in Japan and China and India, and those kinds of losing freedoms and giving up certain rights and all those stuff. So some people don't really bother with a lot of things that are taking place, So it's only a few people that really pay close attention to some of those things, It's only when it affects the majority you find you'll get them out on the road. But right now, everybody's studying Carnival. Who's the majority of people of a certain age and can taking on that?
Joan,
I would want to believe. I hear you, Sir Charles, and you may be correct, but I want to hope that a lot of young people, and I'm talking about Gen Zers tend to be more vigilant about what's happening on the planet than previous generations, and are more activist oriented about those things. Millennials a bit more than some too, but Gen Zers are certainly the activist oriented kind of generation. At least that's my perception of them.
Wow.
And they pay attention. So I think a lot of even though I hear what you're saying about Carnival, and I want to hope that young people are engaged, and all citizens should be engaged in laws that restrict your constitutional rights. You should be engaged, and you should have an opinion. I mean, I exercise an opinion. I see people saying it's your opinion. Of course, it's my opinion. I always say that.
Yeah.
So I don't know that's a silly statement to make. Of course, it's my opinion.
Yeah.
Do I ever say anything else but my opinion about issues?
Yeah.
Because I have a clear world view of how I see stuff, and I make no apologies for that. That's my opinion, and I explained it. I hope rationally of why I saw this law as being problematic, and why independent senators, in my opinion, should not vote for it. Let the police do what they need to do. If you need warrants, get your warrants in a legal way. That's what you need to do. Obey the law and still be effective.
Yeah, but I think it's just I was drawing that comparison because just like elections and stuff, a certain sector of the population just don't get involved, because if you look, that ain't really affecting me. I still have to go out and just out every day and try to put a food on my table. So some of them
beware for whom the bell tolls, eh?
Yeah,
it might toll for thee. At one point, it's going to toll for thee.
Yeah. And yeah, we're going back to the lines, and we have someone online. Kola, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Norfolk, Virginia, front and center. Had a question about the independent senators, and but before I touch on that today, quickly, someone on the chat, for the record, you were quite right. A pedophile is a pedophile, but he was saying, did Virginia, or he or she on the chat was saying, did Virginia say it all depends on what party they belong to or whatever? Or I said, no, because I very much, whether you're yellow, red, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, a pedophile is a pedophile, and it's the most despicable thing, rape at any level. And, it really enraged me when I heard this morning about the gang rape that was in the news there, that happened. Yeah. And I think that where's the women's groups and all those who that group that we had in America about the Me Too movement? I mean, is it because it's a Venice, as people say it, or it doesn't have to belong to a certain, socio-economic class or ethnicity or whatever, to activate, to get these people mobilized. It's despicable. But anyway, hey, I think Richard, good morning again. You mentioned that there'll be at least 3 independent senators to vote for this thing to go through. And thank you very much.
19. You need 19 votes. They need 19 votes. Yeah.
Okay. But in Trinidad, do we really? Now, I'm not putting you on the spot here. You don't have to name them. But do we really? I mean, on paper and in the Constitution and so on, we have independent senators. But do we really have independent, non-aligned or non-political independent senators that we could count on to make sure that this travesty of legislation they put together doesn't go through? Do we? You guys feel confident that?
Simple answer to that is yes.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, you have non-aligned people. I mean, can senators have a proclivity to vote for one party over the other? I guess we don't know their minds, but they are free from party voting, so to speak, or voting along party lines. So they can. And I mean, it's your reputation, and it's a toss-up, Virginia. It's a toss-up because you people as independent, how independent somebody is a personal thing in terms of their integrity, and one wants to believe that the president is studious when she makes those choices.
Oh, so is the president who is the one that does?
Yes, the president is who appoints independent senators without consulting anybody. It's up to whoever is the president. They're the ones who determine who the independent senators are.
Okay. Well, thanks for enlightening me here about
Okay.
this. Okay, well, guys, you all have a great weekend.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Thanks very much, Virginia. Caller, good morning. Well off. All right, waiting for the call to come back in. Hold on, it's coming back in now. Good. Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Charles and
Mr. Billy.
Yes, now, I want to lean in the direction of what the learned attorney there said in his preamble this morning. Trying to get on a long time. And I have a serious issue. And I know we live in a society where a lot of young people are picking up the gun and doing a lot of things that is not good for the society. But when you're interfering with the Constitution, you're doing things to deal with the rights and the freedom of people, I have to be very concerned. This is not about party politics. This is about national and patriotism. And I'm concerned about living, what I will consider where I'm living here is more a safe place. I have not been threatened. And I am studying with this new zone of peace. If we have a migration of criminal elements, who somebody living somewhere up in the back of Rima, some settlement place who hiding from police and doing all other things, ending up along here in my community. Or I am taking a personal interest in my community, calling all the youth, have a talk with them and beg them, do not bring nobody you went to your secondary or senior sec with who you haven't seen for the last 10 or 15 years, and they just want to show up and tell you they want to stay by you inside of here. Because we will have, that could be a great possibility too. So I hope that the debate will start this evening and we have some real ideas from both sides coming out to show where checks and balances must be placed. And because I know we have a lot of lawless people and they have to do something to king them. But Constitution is what I'm concerned about, the rights and safety and thing of the citizens. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks very much, Mr. Billy, for sharing your thoughts with us this morning. 281-1315-299-5156. Yeah.
What's happening this weekend, guys? I don't even know.
Hold on 1 minute. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Dabity.
Good and happy birthday, Sir Charles. My fingers forgot to put it in last night.
Thank you very much,
Happy
Davide.
birthday to you.
Thank you so
Right?
much.
Wendell, good morning, and Richard.
Morning,
good
morning, Miss Davide.
So you know, when this 8-month-old government thus far telling us SOE was working and the SOE, brought down a lot of things, and the SOE did this and the SOE did that. All well and good. But to come now and say, even though the SOE did all these things, they still need something else. And that something else is to suppress the people. With following Jamaica's thing. Jamaica is a vastly bigger, vast country, bigger than Trinidad. Over 3 million people. They could have those things, those so-sos. They like to abbreviate so much of things. And, they want to follow fashion. Richard, I was happy that you raised that this morning. And your opinion, I agree with your opinion. Why? So I was reading that bill yesterday. And I saw so many things. I was waiting for this program this morning so much, because I know Richard is an attorney at law of high caliber, and he would break it down for us. When I read the last clause, the final clause, when they were going to review, Richard, but I was shocked because I not going to read the bottom and then the top. I started from the beginning, and I took it one at a time. When I read the last thing, when they said, how often to review, they said it will be from time to time, with the first review being after 3 years. And I was like, what madness is this? So wait, we're going to have this thing forever? So I think Richard to explain this thing for us this morning, because they will send people in mental institutions. They are just suppressing the people, and especially people who have real issues now because they're unemployed. More and more people getting unemployed, more and more. And people, when I say people, not the regular people like us, those people from the chamber and all these other places, we're not hearing their voices. Those so-called analysts who pretend they are independent, we're not hearing them. What is going on in Trinidad all of a sudden? This country is going to be governed by laws where they come in and put in, and you have to forget the Constitution and so on. And the Commissioner of Police, since he got there, he does not want to work. He just wants to have things at his side and then come and hitting his chest and saying, my officers.
That is not correct. That what you're saying. We could do that for sure.
What do you mean?
That's her opinion, Sir Charles.
Yeah, what?
I'm saying that
she's not saying anything derogatory or libelous there.
No. Why they can't hear warrants? So they need everything. They need some kind of thing like SOE. Now they want the zone of whatever the hell thing is to suppress people, to go and arrest people and to detain people and hold people so many months without anything. Heaven help us. Good morning to you, and have a wonderful day.
Okay,
Dean Allen, I'll read Dean Allen's statement here. He said, then we have to accept that TNT as a nation is generally conservative in thinking and support draconian policies. Well, not according to our poll, Dean. A lot of people are not supporting, hopefully not supporting what this bill, and largely because of how Richard was able to break it down and showed some options, you understand, as to how to deal with things. But clearly, as I say, the TTPS and our security services are determined to, how I should put it, not use intelligence for crime fighting and use these curfew and these restrictions, these state of emergency restrictions. Clearly, they are determined to do that. You understand? And they've got a government, because they are the ones who suggested it to the government. If we have to believe what was said to us, they went to the government and said, listen, do this, do that. We advise you. And the government said, okay, yes, we will. That's how it played out in front of us. So it's the TTPS at the end of the day, under Commissioner Guevara, who is suggesting these things, if we have to believe what's going on.
Okay, hold on 1 minute. Caller, good morning.
Morning again. I am very happy Richard broke it down. And what I am feeling is that maybe they just better declare martial law. Richard, what I want to know, if with these zones and this has passed and they put a certain zone under curfew, let us say the Queen's Hall fall into a zone. We can't leave here and come to the show. What happens in terms of these things? How you moving in or out of an area if you may have a certain activity to attend? It is very confusing. This needs to be really broken down to the average citizen, the man on the ground, and debated seriously. This is like living under martial law. And before I go, may I ask who would be the judges for that competition? Because I'm afraid, Richard, when
Richard and myself, that's it.
Exactly,
that's it.
it's very much us.
Yeah.
So if you can't take it, stay out of the fire. Stay out of the fire if you can't handle it.
Darling, I will be jumping straight in the hot oil.
Richard and Wendell. And Wendell already declared winner, Miss Thompson.
Yeah.
I ain't care what all sing. She winning.
Who is that?
Miss Sampson. I don't mean that them people. I know some of let us take things personally. You know? No, I don't mean that. We will judge. We will judge fairly. We've done. We in this thing long, you know.
And you know what is another thing about those zones of special operations is how it affects the business community. Because business operates on certainty. And if you are in an environment where the Prime Minister can willy-nilly, and I'm using the word willy-nilly intentionally, call a zone of operations in a particular area because something happened, or they perceive something, or they hear something, because it's not very transparent, how is business going to be affected by whatever curfew and whatever else takes place?
Yeah.
And if you're in a business environment, business don't like negative things happening around them because it dissuades shoppers.
Yes.
And that is true.
So it's
also with that, Richard, when they call, for example, if they call for a limited state of emergency in a particular area, is there any stipulation as to it has to run for 2 weeks and it can be reviewed or anything like that, like how the SOE runs? Or they can call it and take things under control. They could.
Yeah, but the Prime Minister can suspend it if it is, depending on whatever the advice is.
And therein lies the problem, which I think Richard just dropped off. Therein lies the problem. At the end of the day, is the Commissioner of Police and the Chief of Defense Staff, and I'm sure it'll be more the Commissioner of Police, who decides what is going to happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, remember, they're the ones who are fighting the crime, It's not the Prime Minister. And that's how we end up with the SOE, because
we can't have a Commissioner of Police running the country.
Well, that's how it comes across sometimes.
Yeah.
As if the state, the civilian-run state, is handing over the reins of public order completely to the police and the defense force, with very few restraints, constitutional restraints. It seems as if that is the intent of how they fight crime.
Yep.
That give the defense force and the commissioner of police the authority to do whatever they want to do without the constitutional restraints. Yeah. And that's concerning, because that can't be a crime plan. Then it's not a crime plan.
All right, hold on.
That's a police state, and that's authoritarian rule that you're kind of going in the direction of.
Hello.
Yeah.
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Go ahead.
Happy birthday, Chalo. All the best.
Yeah, thanks
Today
much.
Today is what I'm on. Yeah. And I family member.
Okay.
But that fear, the commissioner must have a say in the security of the country. When Gary go for the commissioner, he make recommendation. certain bill that Gary called for the PNM was looking to pass it. This is automatic. The commissioner of police will always have a say. He's the crime fighter. So he will have strategies and things that he will be able to tell the government and them go try to implement it. He must have an input in the security of the country. At the end of the day, the government, you see this present administration, I am not a fan of them, but them go, to me, them will fix things. Them go fix Trinidad and Tobago, and that will be to the PNM terrorists. That is why I feel go happy. It will be challenging, but they had the belly and the determination and the courage to take on the system, because the system is a problem. We need to be strong and tough in certain measures we think in this environment here right now. And same thing I feel go happen in America too. Trump go fix things, and everything go work out, and people go end up at the E-Day word. Because people are expecting more chaos and more disaster. It will be challenging because they're trying to fix a system where we have a problem, crime, this, that, the country in a mess. They have to fix it, so it will be tough, and they've got to take tough decisions, but that's just how it goes. The commissioner must have an input. He running the country. He technically have a part in running the country because he managing the crime and all kind of things. So that's how it goes. All the best, Charlo.
Yeah, okay, great. Thanks much. Yeah, because
the commissioner of police will have an input, yes, in terms of national security issues, but that does not mean that his input is always abridged constitutional rights. We don't want to have to deal with warrants or in terms of searching people. That's not how a democracy operates.
Yeah,
of course, he has an input in the national security issues, your resources that you require, etc. But keep to the constitutional parameters.
But isn't it also, I mean, like, and I understand what the call is saying here, because at the end of the day, all the SOEs and stuff that has been happening, it is basically on the advice of the police commissioner and the intelligence people that they have.
Stop using intelligence in the same word with police. I will ban all you know.
Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
So everyone, you know what I'm seeing?
What you see?
This is Trinidad ice. You see what ice?
Trinidad ice. I like that.
That is what we're going on. Yeah, they're looking at some of those foolishness that this orange hair man doing in the States and trying to implement it here. It's as simple as that. Have a blessed day.
All right.
I like that. Trinidad ice. Okay.
It's about data, you know. It's about figures at the end of the day, you know. That's what they're going for. To say, look at how much less murders we have. Look at how much less this we have.
And so far, it's working.
They ain't really fixing the place when it comes to that.
Yeah.
You understand? You see me.
Well, Sir Charles, is it working? Because Sir Charles, you say, well, so far it's working. But your news today, Sir Charles, indicates that there are more murders this year so far than for the same period last year. So how you explain that it's working, Sir Charles? Because you said a statement. It's working. Your news said today that there are more murders for this period right now than there was for last year. So explain your statement for me, please.
Our news. Will explain.
And last year, PNM was in power.
Explain
it.
But murders and things go up and down.
You said that it's working. So what is your reason for saying that statement? Or you're just talking off on the top of your head because you feel to talk and you're hungry and you want to run it?
And you feel you can say what you want.
Yeah.
Tell him that. Yeah. I could say what I want. Tell him that.
It's not like that. But I mean, look at the figures that came in for last year. Murders are down, and a lot of other crime statistics are down. When they just talk about it, the figures reflect a 40-something% drop in murders.
I didn't talk about that. I said that is what they want to talk about.
Well, all right. So at the end of it all, as I say, as my good friend Corrida said, by any means necessary, the figures are down, the murders are down, the woundings are down, this is down, that is down. And if you're getting that kind of result from what they have been doing, why would they want to change it?
But they ain't doing nothing.
But how about going down? It's going on by itself? It's going on by itself?
What are they doing? Finding a set of drugs and a set of guns.
Yeah, but Wendell, if you have almost 200 less murders than last year, doesn't that mean they're doing something? You mightn't see it. I mightn't see it.
Charles, it is because people's rights, people's movement have been restricted a lot.
But all that is part of what they have put in place to make it happen.
And so you want to continue to live under like that, right? You know, eventually it's going to come home. You know, eventually it's going to affect you.
It's not affecting me.
Eventually it will. I'm not saying it affecting it. Trust me, Sir Charles.
Okay.
Trust me. A lot of people who's speaking out now is because nothing had affected them in the past. And now they're getting it full circle. The man who got wrecked the other day and the bumper fall off, I saw just the other day, and I'm saying that in his case, he might have been the one who supported wrecking until you get wrecked. Somebody who supported something until it happens to them.
And we understand
until they pulled over in a roadblock.
But in any which way, something will affect somebody somehow. But I'm saying,
I don't know if you know, there are countries in the world that used to run like this, and they are a disaster now, you know. Venezuela is one, you know. You couldn't go Venezuela. Every 5 minutes they pull you over. Some different militia pull you over.
Yeah, well,
you never went and experienced that?
No, and I never experienced that.
Yes.
Caller, good morning to you. Hello? All right. No, nobody there. All right, caller, good morning to you.
Yes, it's me again.
Yes.
Now, I could remind you of something. When Kamala and Jaquana and them put up Mr. Manning in an army suit, I didn't in a suit during the election and say he's a dictator. When they call him Rowley, Dr. Rowley is a dictator in Parliament. Now we're talking something. Next thing, what Richard said. Listen, when Trinidad lost the World Cup game, it made so much out of text. The fellow who scored the goal, when they do interview him, he said, figure Trinidad will have win the game. He said, Trinidad never fight a war in their life. They are no belly. That's what the man said, scored the goal against me in an interview. You see, this is all I just remember, you know. So all we getting now, where's more dictatorship than what this woman doing? Yeah? Well, we trade that and we say nothing worrying me. Everything that's happening in my country is worrying me. So Charles, I think we're worried, yeah? Mm-hmm. And happy birthday.
All right, thanks very much. Mr. Grant, all right, let's take our final caller. Caller, good morning. Mr. Patrick.
Yeah. As I was saying a while back, I don't know if you understand what I was saying.
No.
You know, a lot of people don't understand what is the constitutional right and what is the constitution of our country that protect people's rights. And from what I see going on there, the people are trying to border on what we call a police state. So, if you understand what is a police state, it take away rights. So, you say that they are affecting you. But you can't think so. Not because something is affecting you, that means that they are affecting people else. Right? So let me see what's going on with this thing. Because once the police decide they want to start to control the thing, you call it a police state. So we don't want that, right?
Well, Mr. Patrick, here, what other things are affecting you too, you know. And sometimes the whole crime situation is affecting all of us.
We have a police state because we have a constitution.
Yeah, but we are no. Yeah, but you are saying that, but I don't feel that we're heading in that direction.
So you want me to suspend?
I don't feel so.
Okay. Once they have something called like state of emergency for a year, under the PNM government too. Me talking about UNC and PNM. Me I no favoritism. PNM and UNC use the same thing, right? And now we're talking about curfew in zones. So that is suspending your constitutional right. That police state.
Yeah, but as I said, as a citizen, I am prepared to give up some of my rights to get certain things organized in this country.
Okay.
I'm telling you all. I am prepared to give up. I mean, I'm not going to give it up permanently. But if certain things I have to be suspended for a certain time to get certain things organized, then I had to work along with that and see where it
Well,
went.
Chalo, right now, it's a curfew. You got to enjoy your birthday tonight.
Yeah.
No, my rum box or some kind.
Yeah.
At the end
Thank
of
you
the
very
day,
much, Mr. Patrick.
At the end of the day, the police need to do their job, right? And do it fairly and evenly. That's what they need to do. And treat citizens.
And within the
correctly.
constitutional parameters.
Yes, within that.
That's what they need to do.
And they can do it. They can do it.
Yes. They have done it for most of our post-1962 independence period. So do it, and do it according to the constitutional protections. That's what a democracy is about.
Yeah. At the end of the day, a criminal is a criminal, you know. You think a SOE or a zone, a special thing will stop a criminal from being a criminal? They will find a way around it. That is what the police needed to do. Find a way around certain things and get it done constitutionally. That's what they needed to do. They would always get the majority of the citizen support if they do things properly. But when you see them abuse, who you prefer abuse you right now, Sir Charles? You prefer
I don't want nobody to abuse me.
Or police?
I don't want anybody. I don't want anybody to abuse me.
Okay,
Anybody
good.
else.
State abuse is a different kind of abuse, brother man.
Yeah, but as I said, I mean, recognizing that we have a problem, we have a problem for a long, long time. As Richard talked about, the constitutional and all those kinds of things. But if we have been trying certain things for a long time and it has not been working, sometimes you need to try something else. And as I said, I don't know.
So Charles, that is the most ridiculous statement I've heard you say. And you know why?
If something is
Things have not been working because our police service has not been efficient. That's the problem.
Yeah,
the problem is the TTPS and its efficiency in handling crime. So in other words, you're saying, okay, they can handle it normally, so take away constitutional rights and handle it now. That's not how you fix a problem. You fix a problem with better training in terms of the TTPS, better intelligence gathering, better prosecutors going before the court system to hold the criminal element accountable. That's what stops crime. The solve rate is what solves crime, not a state of emergency. That's what stops it. And that's where we have to get. I mean, it becomes a more complex thing. Your education system has a part to play in how your young citizens are taught about holding the social contract, how we treat our young citizens. All of that has a part to play in terms of eliminating crime, how the economy is doing, how you are diversifying the economy. All of those are other parts. But the fundamental part is, if somebody commits a crime, they have to be held accountable. Okay. And you are saying that the only way to do it is if you have no constitutional rights?
No, I'm saying it's the only way.
What kind of country are you envisioning?
You understand? I'm not, and you are saying as if I am saying this is the way it should be all the way. I am saying that we have a problem, and here this is a start probably to try and fix the problem. I don't know what the planners have installed even for the police service. That might be part of their plan. I don't know.
So Charles, let me get a next example. Let me get a quick example, and I would have given this on radio before. If the police, the TTPS, can't fix simple, low-hanging criminal activities, they can't fix the big ones. And I'll give you an example. One night, a guy walked in by us on the main road there and stole a fan, a big industrial fan I brought back from abroad, right? They stole it. We have camera footage of the guy walking in, closing. We have camera footage of him going into a vehicle and putting it in the vehicle. We gave all of that. I made a report to the St. James police station. They sent 2 officers because they can't take my footage. They have to do it properly. They say they sent 2 officers, went on my DVR system, extracted the footage, and I've never heard from them again after that. That's over 2 years. I've never heard from them again after that. And that was an easy solve because you're seeing the guy, you're seeing the vehicle, the number, everything. I've never heard from the TTPS again after.
Yeah.
Well, if they can't fix that, well, then you really expect them to find a cache of arms in the forest or drugs in the forest and solve that? Nah.
All right.
You really think they could? You think they're gonna have less gangs now because of the SOE and because of these zones are special thing? You think they're gonna have less?
I don't know if it have less.
I wish them all the best. I wish them all the best.
At the end of the day, I said, I just like you. I wish them all the best, right?
I have every intention of being away from Trinidad and Tobago
But we will see how things go a little later on, and we'll have a better idea by. This will go into next week, or this will probably
this is going into next week. Because remember, it still has to go before the Senate.
Yeah. Next week,
and they may want to have
talk about this.
And they may want to have a joint select committee look at the bill, I assume. That's the responsible thing to do. Even though I don't think the bill is necessary. As I said before, independent senators should not support that bill, in my opinion. The police need to man up and do their jobs within the constitutional parameters. They need to become more efficient in terms of evidence gathering. And evidence can't disappear. And all kind of crap that takes place in police stations. And they must stop the vindictive policing in terms of charging people for serious things because because for whatever stupid reason you have.
But let's see if we could try and get back the commissioner of police.
So Charles, you get locked up for a spurious thing years after.
But I'm saying that how we don't know all those things that Richard is identifying, what the commissioner is working on. So maybe we should try and probably get him and see if he is trying to build
I'm not even my issue, Sir Charles, is not with the commissioner of police, My issue is with the law. I'm looking at the law. And the law seems to suggest a certain relinquishing of the civilian oversight over the security services. It seems to suggest that. And by having these specific zones. And as I explained it today, there are certain things that seem on the face of it to be fair and trying to pay homage to the requirement of what your human rights are, how you could be detained, etc., etc. But then, as I explained today, on another hand, they pull back. They give a loophole for the chief of defense staff and the commissioner of police to make the decisions.
Richard.
And I'm saying if you're having civilian oversight, which is why I said if it's going to be made law, you need to have an oversight, robust body looking at it. Because I understand that I live in a country where my opinion is not the only opinion. And people may have different opinions on how the security of the country. I understand all of that. But I can give my opinion and I argue strongly for my opinion on it. Because I am part of this space. I live in this space. So I have an opinion too.
Yeah. I think one of the main things Richard pointed out this morning is that issue of body cameras. They're telling you they basically ain't going to use it. They basically cover themselves already with the issue of those body cameras. How long we talking body cameras? My God, from time immemorial.
Yep.
And we still can't fix
and that in itself is a reflection of the TTPS.
Yep.
What police, Charles, I challenge you to tell me what police service ever locked down an entire country and caused a gridlock in traffic because they were protesting something.
Day of total
that made international news. That made international news. And one of the defenders of that is now the Minister of Homeland Security. And you all are not cautious about giving up your constitutional rights? Well, good luck.
Okay. Well, some people are and some people are not. That's all. So that's where we're going to leave it for today, guys.
Yeah.
No, we uphold that. We uphold that next week. You see, we get 3 hours today as today's your birthday.
Yes. Thanks much. I really appreciate it.
We will uphold that next week. Are you comfortable with giving up some of your constitutional rights because of the crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago? That's our poll for Monday. Or you can vote from on now. I want about 1,000 people voting on this. Are you comfortable?
I'll set up the YouTube one time so they can see.
That is our poll for Monday, right, people? Are you comfortable with giving up your constitutional rights to fix crime in Trinidad and Tobago? Yes or no? Dancing Lady Richard. There we go.
I can't do the dancing, lady. So Charles will have to do it.
Oh, Lord.
It's right there, Sir Charles. You just have to click it.
No, it's not there, you know, Richard.
Oh, no. You know why it's not there? Because I came off.
Yeah.
It's not
Let me
there.
get one of the guests to dance now. Somebody just log on quick and dance for us now.
Oh,
It's dancing
God.
here.
That's scary.
Oh, good. Anyway, folks, have an absolutely wonderful weekend. Be careful on the nation's road. Look out for the young ones and remember to let go and let God.
Absolutely. Have a fantastic weekend.
Washing up my spine, making up my face, not the answer shade. They don't know me already when it comes to party. I just wine and go down and wine and go down and wine and go down full stop. And everybody, they just talk about me with my hand in the air and rubbing my head. Whoa, you know I'm doing it till I hold on me, 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 till I hold on me.
That there is a classical example of not expiring even though you retire.
Exactly.
That is an example of it. Right?
That's a perfect example.
Yeah, that's big massing, right? Pretty massing. People paying $3,000-$5,000 for what she have on there.
Well, have a fantastic weekend, people. And remember to smile and laugh. It's great for your health. You know, we get heated in terms of our opinions on the show at points. But after all is said and done, I think we all want the best for Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, yes.
And for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. We might disagree of how we get there, and that's fine because we're a democracy. And the tenets of a democracy, to me, should be protected. And so have a fantastic weekend. You know, don't let nothing bother your head. Smile and laugh and have a good time and enjoy life. This has been The Breakfast Show.
Happy birthday, Charlo.
Happy birthday, Charlo.
Yeah.